Oh well, I guess they didn't want to be here.
Yeah, farewell. Uh,
Oh well, I guess they didn't want to be here. Releveling?
hello, hot mess. Instance is still open.
Yes, I can see that.
Oh, we can't invite you actually because this guy's leveling, so I think it fucks with the XP a bit.
Actually, no. The guy's 59.
Oh, it should be okay. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, mess.
That's okay. Oh, he's 59. It's fine.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. We are just trying to get him up. I think they're about like halfway through.
Yeah.
Do they have any challenge log?
I think probably completed
I
when I
would have
did.
completed it by now.
Yeah. Because I did lions, and then I did doggo.
Challenge logs, other. Let me see. So Earth and Fire has been done.
Yeah.
He might actually still need Ice Lightning, but he's doing the sprites right now, so he'll get that eventually.
I just ask.
Yeah. Goodbye. I don't know who that was.
Okay, yeah, they
Hello.
finished challenge lock. So anybody gonna call pool time? Or if people, I'm not sure if people are just zoning in for whatever reason or what.
Oh, there's also a Louis, so let's pull soon.
Well, it depends whether or not you want to. I mean, we're all. If half of us are, or like, if all of us are already in here, I say we stay in here before, like, we get monkeyed by the instances. That's my vote. We should all just stay in here and wait for the next army.
We're not doing BA with 16 people, so I'm gonna go kill the Louis. We have to rezone anyway.
No, because you might zone into the same instance when you come back in later. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
T1 healers are currently.
There's actually a couple of people from the learning run that are in this instance now for PW.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just
Just pick up their names and then
No, do you want us to re-instance later, or you're just planning to try and get into this?
Fine.
Okay.
Oh,
well. So we've got Nixie. Actually, I don't know how to do this.
Most of the people here.
A lot. I think some of Team 3 have actually zoned in here. So that's actually Dion's. That's Dion's team as well. So actually, Dion.
Yeah.
Dion's actually on the list for Team 3.
Okay, I'll.
What is that?
This is the VC
is
link.
Is that the link for the wow?
Fuck.
Okay, I didn't know that you could do that. Do you want me to tick off some of them actually? Because I didn't realize there was a rule check.
No, let them
No.
Let them...
we don't tick people off until they're actually in the parties. So if they're still inside here, just tick them off when the party leaders pick them up.
Okay.
if they're gonna stay in Hadatos.
Basic.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Why is Elders a pedestrian arsenal? I do have a question for you.
I don't know about wise, but okay.
Okay, so my plan was I was going to run 2 Templar plates, 2 sack plates, and then either 2 refresh plates or 2 bravery plates. I was going to do bravery, but now I'm wondering if maybe refresh would be better. What OY's ones would be the better option? 'Cause I'm-
It depends if
So
someone has been assigned refresh already.
the simple answer is you coordinate with your co-healer. One of you bring bravery, the other brings refresh.
Oh no! Apparently I'm doing
No,
refresh.
they're a third
This is-
healer.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
that-
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So if let's say you don't want to do refresh, you just check with Hellbow if they can do refresh so that you can do bravery. It's
I
one
can
or
do
the
either
other.
or. I just didn't know what one to do, so I can do either. Fine. I'm fine
Mm,
with whatever.
Yeah.
I'm bringing 2 sacks anyway, just in case.
we don't have. Oh fuck! We
No,
got.
do your thing.
Wait. We don't have. I don't have any Del monkeys. So in my party, so I will. Eat
Well,
them
I'm
with a
no co-healer, so I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah, it was more of a
Okay.
how many Del monkeys do we do I have? What do I need to babysit?
0.
Yeah, so Kieran, the answer to your question, like for the learning run specifically, you're in the refresh L slot, so I'd say just bring refresh. But for any general pug BA that you join with, if you are in a party with 2 healers or more, you just coordinate with the other healer. Someone brings refresh, someone brings bravery. We don't usually have the same healer bringing everything because that works out to be quite expensive in the long run.
Yeah.
And you
No.
just be constantly swapping plates. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
No. That's why I wanted to check like what would be. So I'll go refresh, but I'll keep the 2 sacks in case.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm assuming
thank you.
it's better for if possible for healers at their own discretion to have multiple of them take sacks because in case the spirit doesn't work out.
Yeah, we leave that to the healers to decide. So yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah,
okay.
I've
So,
shouted
yeah,
in the
oh,
instance
healers-
that if there are people inside, they are part of the run, and they're not planning to hop out outside to join the PFs, just let the party leaders know in the BA party status channel, so that we can account for them. Yeah.
It'll be in about like 2 to 3 minutes if instance is not locked.
I don't know where they're.
Tomato is in
Leon's inside.
Paratus.
No, yeah. Oh, do you want me to? Okay, sorry. I'll just tick myself off there. I don't know where Chachashan is. No, hold on. We'll just doggo.
Ovni is up.
He has popped.
Okay, give us like 2 minutes to kill a mob, and then we'll
Yeah, well, you could wait for the next ovni and then get instance locked.
Nah, we'll delay and the instance will lock and we'll be waiting an hour from now.
Hold.
we are in Hydatos, and
Let me check.
we are currently in
We're
like
in a
another.
party. We're in another party. Actually, are you even? Yeah,
Did you
we're
need
in
me?
someone else's.
Yeah, give us like a
We
couple
can.
minutes, I guess, like 1 to 2 minutes.
I died.
I think they are having
Inventory
yeah.
is missing. So technically, the last person that
Yeah,
hasn't
we,
been ticked
we,
off is the level 59 that we're currently leveling.
We zoned into
Yeah,
the wrong
yes.
instance.
Oh,
If you are the only people in your instance, the whole team just leaves. You might be able to force that one closed and re-enter this one.
so you can just would have to.
If they
actually
keep getting that one, they would have already started the timer for that instance anyway. So.
That's all good.
Uh,
Yeah, stand. I think the other instance is the fresh one. This one's locked.
no, nobody is
Restarting?
pulling it. Restarting? And yeah,
Yes.
he doing quests. He needs to do quests, so he has like 15 to 20 minutes.
So are we just leaving this instance?
Yeah.
All right.
Was it
Who is it?
Miku?
Bruh.
Because
Yes!
Miku
You're
ticked
missing
himself
most
off, but
of
then he
your
was in
viewers.
Hydatos
No,
the whole
because
time.
yeah, because I was in
Yeah.
Hydatos.
Yeah.
You forgot Miku's name, Shikman.
Bruh.
Yeah, no bravery for you.
Time,
No.
time
I
to
believe you.
explode. Time to explode another 26 clicks, making bravery.
Yes, please explode plates when you arrive in BA, just in case this happens.
We-
The only thing we really need for Omni is Dispel, and we are fine.
We are missing a hot mess. Never mind.
I was just waiting for the invite.
No, I'm just.
It's okay. I'm not missing.
Actually, Chacha can go DPS because I have everything basically except refresh, which is tomato,
Yeah, that's me.
and
If I don't forget.
there's no and we don't have any Del monkeys, so don't need to babysit.
I could be the doll monkey. I don't want to though. I'm lazy. I don't want to do
What's a
anything.
dumb monkey?
It's when you take double air gel and you become a monkey. You just hit
Ah.
buttons and do damage.
You hit button, do damage, go bunga bunga. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, sorry, I was just gonna ask because I know this is a practice run, but if we do get to Ozma, we are doing it with the aim to clearing it, correct? Yeah. No. I just wanted to make sure if it was gonna be like, oh, okay, we got to the edge, jump off the edge.
Oh no.
No. The intents and purposes is we'll go as far as we can with the capability of the group we bring in. So
Yes.
that's what it is. Yep.
Yes.
Assume it will be a clear and it will just be slightly longer because there'll be
No.
explanations.
If you assume there will be a clear, sometimes the SC decides to screw you over because desire sensor is real. So you don't do that.
So what you're saying is, I'm assuming we're all gonna wipe on art. Annoying, good to know.
No.
I'm expecting
happened before.
trolls, gamers, tank cleaves to the party. I'm gonna. All healers are gonna fail their stacks.
What?
No, that's Typhon actually. Yeah, he likes lasering people during Ozma. It's
Yeah.
very annoying.
Well,
Fair
Chacha
warning to
can.
my party. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's why Shark took MT off me for this Ozma. Didn't think lasering the party was a beginner-friendly strat.
Good.
Any-
It's not.
Yeah. Or is it?
Sus.
It helps to weed. It helps to it weeds out the weak.
It's
Yeah, it
character
makes
building.
me change to tank so I can provoke off Typhon.
The ill-willed.
Anyway, Chacha, if you want, you also can go Ether Weaver Magic Burst. That's also like pretty
Oh, yeah.
decent. I mean, it's up to him what he wants to do. I'm not. I'm like just.
I know
mean,
where to be honest. We left them in the other. They're in the other instance. I don't think we told them that what we were.
Team 2 is here.
Team 4 is also.
Dr.
So
Pepper is
team
here.
three,
Yeah, Team 3 is here.
Team 3 is missing one person. They're the person that that was in the other
That was in
instance
the other.
doing unlocking BA. No, and they're not. I can't find their in-game name in the Discord, so I don't know how they got hold of the sign up. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, no. Apparently they've been informed, according to Shut Chat. So we'll see them. They just. Mm. I don't know how. When you say organize, what do you mean? Like the team?
Inside.
Like, oh, I guess I can. Yeah. Oh, Velas is here now. He's gonna like pressure me to do DRS.
Okay.
And you will res yourself with the spirit itself lah. So basically, if you die, spirit procs, 70% chance you will get up again instantly, okay, immediately. There's no like prompt asking you, do you want to accept the raise? No, it immediately raises you again. Now, there's a 30% chance that you'll fail and then you'll stay dead. Now, for dead players, usually what happens is that after the fight's over, okay, if you're fighting a boss and you die during the boss fight, the spirit didn't proc, you'll be on the floor. Healers will attempt to raise you using a Logos action called Sacrifice L. Now, Sacrifice, what it does is that it will raise the dead player and apply a Doom debuff on the healer. That means the healer's gonna die. Now, the healer will die shortly afterwards, and the healer's own spirit will attempt to trigger. If it triggers, the healer rises themselves, okay, spirit raises them, and then they continue as per normal. Okay, we have raised a dead player using the healer's sacrifice. Now do note that healer's sacrifice are very expensive, and for it to be of any use, the healer needs to have their own spirit of the remembered. If not, then if there's no spirit for the healer, right, then when the healer raises the dead player, then the healer dies, we still have one dead player, so the number doesn't go down. So do understand that healers are actually spending their own logos actions to raise dead players lah. Do appreciate your healers. I'm ballpark figure, I think the sacrifice plates are somewhere in the vicinity of like 100 to 150,000 gil per sacrifice plate lah. Okay, accounting for all the breakages and opening of the logograms that doesn't give you what you want. Okay, it's about 150k, because there's some RNG involved lah. So try to ensure that you bring enough spirits to try to res yourself. Okay, Spirit of the Remembered by itself is relatively cheap. Okay, it's just conceptual. I think about 3k you can get one spirit. The only limitation is you can only bring maximum of 6 because you only have 6 trays if you have unlocked them. Okay, I'm assuming that most of you, if not all of you here, have read the README, and then the README does detail how to unlock more logo action trays for BA. Okay, actually for Eureka lah. Okay, so you can have up to a maximum of 6. Okay, so this is for raising. Okay, the third and final method is limit break 3 lah, but we will hardly see LB3 in BA. Okay, BA is a bit old content so most of the time we'll just like kill the boss before we even accumulate enough limit break gauge to use LB3. Okay, we hardly see it. Okay, maybe in Osma it might happen once in a while, but otherwise it's not very reliable. We don't rely on LB3 for raising dead players. Okay, so this is with regards to the sacrifice, the Spirit of the Remembered that everyone should bring. Okay, everyone should have at least one at the start. The single tray for Spirit is for you to use at the start of VA, and then at the very start of VA you can actually replace it with something else. Hence the single tray. You will use it, crack it open, apply it on yourself, and use the logos manipulator device inside VA to make a new one, okay, to replace the empty tray with something else. Okay, so this is with regards to Spirit of the Remembered. Okay, now next is on how to get into BA. Okay, now I've already mentioned this earlier on in sort of in a hurry in the previous instance, but you need to be level 60. Did Dion join this instance?
Dion has just joined the instance.
Okay,
yes.
Nice. Okay, thanks.
Ofni.
Just in time
Oh
too.
my god.
Okay,
But
so
they're still doing questing.
they're still doing quests. Hey, help them to quickly finish up the quest. And then ask them to join the VC lah, so we can okay lah. Yeah, just see if you can get them into the VC if whoever's in their party. But try to prioritize the quest because we're not gonna wait for the next OVNI anymore. So if they can't get it done before we pull, we are just gonna go ahead without them. Okay. Okay, now OVNI is up, so we're gonna head over to the OVNI fate zone. Okay, but again, I will try to give them a bit of a bit more time lah. So again, we're gonna set it to maybe like 6 minutes lah. Okay, so we will start at we will pull OVNI at 6 minutes on fate timer. Okay, so we'll give them about 8 minutes yeah, 8 minutes to quickly get their quest done. Okay, in the meantime, I will explain Portal Wars. Okay, now level 60.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to say something?
No, nothing. I just saw that there is a wall at OVNI.
Oh yeah, that's normal. Yeah, a lot of VA shenanigans go on in here when during other runs but okay, that's beside the point. Okay, now level 60, you need to have finished the quest, which is what Dion is doing right now. Hopefully you can get it done on time, and you need to participate in the fate and get gold contribution, as well as not leave the fate zone when OVNI dies. Okay, this third point is important. When OVNI dies later on, you need to be within the OVNI fate area to actually qualify for BA. This is a countermeasure SE introduced early on in Eureka's life cycle. What was happening is that people were fighting OVNI, and before OVNI is dead, right, they will start to run off because there's going to be this thing called Portal Wars after this, and people would run off early, right, to get a head start on everyone else. leaving a handful of players behind to finish off Ofni and disadvantaging them. So to counteract this behavior, SE implemented a system where if you're not within the Ofni fate zone when Ofni dies, you don't get to do BA. So no one could run off early lah. Okay, no one can get a head start. Okay, so do note you need to stay somewhere within the general vicinity of Ofni as Ofni dies. Okay, if you die in the fight, that's fine. Okay, if you die in Ofni, that's fine. Just get res normally and then just continue as per normal. Okay, but now once Ofni dies, the moment Ofni dies, what happens is that this thing called Portal Wars begins. Okay, now thankfully, okay, either I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but here on Materia, we seldom have Portal Wars in the sense that, okay, once Ofni is dead, everyone will get a 10-minute buff immediately, which immediately ticks down to 9 minutes. Okay, it's a blue color buff, ethereally primed is the buff name, and this buff enables you to enter BA. Now on the 6-minute mark, okay, once the buff hits 6 minutes, in other words, 4 minutes after Ofni is dead, 48 blue portals will appear in the zone, and everyone is supposed to run over and find or sit on one of these blue portals. Okay, I think I'm gonna post a map okay, a BA portal map in our Discord, okay, the Eureka Lounge channel. You can just take a look at it but generally speaking, if later on you keep your mini map open as well, and you can see where all these portals will be later. Now, do note that these portals do not appear instantly. They will appear 4 minutes after Ofni is dead, but you should be at a portal position before they even appear. Hence, I'm showing you the map now so that you can pick a spot to go to after Ofni dies and sit on it. Okay, just camp the spot so that when the portals appear, you will take that portal. Now, if you run to a portal spot and someone's already there, unofficial etiquette states that you should move on and find another spot. So first come, first serve, basically. Okay, there will be 48 portals, and you should try your best to find your own. Now, do note that when the blue portals appear after 4 minutes, you do not touch the blue portals. Do not touch the blue portals. Blue portals are priority entry only, and you cannot actually enter them without this item known as an etheric stabilizer, okay, or what we call a stab for short. Now, stabs are not free. They need to be farmed with crystals or special drops that can be found in Hydatos. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail on what stabs are, but just note that for this practice run, we never use stabs. Okay, we do not use stabs in this practice run. Okay, the reasoning for this is quite simple. Okay, I'll explain as we go along. Now, another 3 minutes after the blue portals have appeared, all remaining blue portals will disappear, and 48 minus the number of stabbed blue portals will appear as red portals. So let's assume, okay, 5 people stabbed. So 43 blue portals remain, they will all disappear, and 43 red portals will reappear in the same 48 spots, but they will reshuffle. So 5 players will not have any portals, will not have any red portals. This is why we don't stab, because stabbing just pushes the responsibility of getting into BA onto somebody else. And because we are fielding nearly everyone, okay, today's session is pretty much everyone who's heard of the practice run is here. So you're gonna just affect someone else in this practice run, which is not very nice. Hence, we don't stab at all. Okay, so try to just don't click on the blue portals. Okay, just don't touch the blue portals. Wait for red portals to appear, and once the red portals have appeared, quickly click on the red portal to enter BA. This is what we call Portal Wars. Okay, for today's run, we have about 57 players in the instance right now. So maximum of 48 can get in, but for our practice runs, usually there's a lot of veterans who join our runs, and what they do is they're just here to support. Okay, they're just here to support our runs. They will just help us with certain things, and if there's any leftover portals, they'll take them. But if there's not enough portals, the veterans who didn't sign up will usually give them to the new players who need them. Okay, so if later on you can't find a portal and you're a new player who signed up in the run, you just let us know, and one of the veterans can try to like PM you or tell you where they are sitting on a portal, and you can come over and and camp it. So you will take their portal, so to speak. Okay, but do note at the end of the day, it's everyone's own responsibility to get into BA. I cannot guarantee your entry. You need to try your best to enter into BA by yourself. Okay, this is why we call it Portal Wars. It's a FFA, free for all process. You need to ensure your own entry lah. Okay, but again, for Materia, generally speaking, we don't get 48 players. Today's one is a bit special because practice run, a lot of new players sign up, which is very encouraging to see. I will try to run this every month, okay, monthly at least once. So if let's say for whatever reason you miss out today, you can either sign up for the next practice run, or alternatively, our BA veterans or regulars will host BA runs, free for all runs, park runs, they call them, every week. Almost every week there'll be 1 or 2 runs. Those park runs, no need to sign up, you just turn up, just be ready to do BA and just join the runs. Okay, usually those will not be full 48-man runs. You will generally be guaranteed entry if you want to join them. Okay, so this is with regards to entering into BA. Okay, now another 40 or so seconds before we actually pull OVNI, everyone should be within this fate zone by now. Okay, so you should be here. Dion, try to hurry up if they can, but again, another 30 seconds and we'll start. We will try to hold the DPS a little bit. Okay, Dion's here, nice, very nice. Okay, so we can just go ham on it later on. Just make sure to hit it. Try not to die, but if you die, just get a rest as per normal. Make sure you're in a party, get goal contribution rating, and then after that, we'll do the BA Portal War stick. Okay, so we're starting soon. Okay, just do a bit of DPS, it's fine lah. There's no need to burn it down very quickly or anything like that. Okay, I guess we just start lah. No need to wait any further. Thanks for letting me know. Oh yeah, I didn't check we got this spell, but never mind, it's fine. Oh,
I have.
it. Nice.
Kako and I have it, I think.
I think like 4 people have the
Everyone
spell.
has the spell, right?
We all brought the spell.
Yeah, I know. All the veterans cover everything. So reliable.
That one time that all vets are like, oh, I'm sure someone else will bring the spell, and then we'll just kill each other.
Then we use the other strat. The other strat is we sacrifice tanks until OVNI is dead. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was the strat. Each tank can hold OVNI for 10 seconds though.
That's at the length of their invuln, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. After they just die.
PvP time! Oh, Nani ran out.
Yeah, okay. There's a bit of PvP going on, but it's fine.
No, they ran away.
Yeah, nice.
Whoever's stuck there is actually wanting to die. Wow!
I see. Trying to kill people already.
No, he's trying to kill his co-healer. That sounds like a really dumb idea, but okay.
I think I should bring Cure 3 later for this run.
They have chosen death.
Exactly. They woke up today and
Has
chose death.
chosen just, yeah, violence.
Okay, OVNI is dead, so just run over to any of the portals. Just to let you guys know, I should mention this earlier, but the portal directly to the left of OVNI, right? Maybe just don't take that one. Okay, just don't take the portal directly to the left of OVNI, because I usually take that one. And as the organizer, I try to secure my own spot. It'll be a bit awkward if I don't get in.
Elementals.
Oh yeah, for those of you who are interested in elementals,
Narnia.
you can just go over and grab them. For elemental, okay, one of them is all the way east, one of them all the way west. My gosh. Okay lah, if you want, just go and get the elementals lah. Just to let you all know, for elementals, right, normally what happens is that you will wait until the portals are up, until they're about to turn red, and then you grab the elemental buff, because the buff only lasts for 1 hour, but BA itself is going to take about 2 hours. Okay, I mean for practice runs it's going to take about 2 hours. Normal runs only about 1.5 hours or less, because they don't the host doesn't summon as much as me. Yeah, there's this recurring meme that everyone says that I talk a lot during my runs, so get used to it. Yeah, shark summon. But it's true lah. I mean, it's true. It's somewhat true.
But we get mechanic explanations. That's important.
Yeah, but Shark just plays back his
Don't tell
like
them
super
that.
long recording.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them my secret.
Oh shit! There's a ruby dragon window. Monka is.
Yeah, it's okay lah.
I really wish I hadn't learned about that.
This is the thing.
Sorry, Tomato. I'm not tracking it now.
All
I
good,
know you're
Dion.
not. I think I'm one. I'm like one of 3 people in our friends group that's still tracking it.
That's fine.
There is salad tonight.
I'm probably gonna miss that too. Can't help. When is it?
My will. Where is my will?
4 hours. 3 a.m. No thanks. I will just be bitch.
Okay, one thing I want to mention here, right, for today's run, and in fact for all the practice runs, right, you all will have realized that I only fielded 32 players. Now, the reason for this, right, is because I actually allow 16 spare buffer slots for things like randoms crashing the run, for things like extra tanks or healers and veterans to join. So that's why I don't feel an exact 48. If I feel exactly 48, right, that means no one else can join the run. And if someone snatches a bottle, then one player won't be getting in, which is it caused a lot of problems in the past. So I nowadays just field 32 with 16 spare slots, sort of FFA. Okay, but again, usually the veterans will grab those portals once all the new players have gotten in. Okay, just gentle reminder for all the sort of people who are not new. Okay, blue portals up, don't touch them. Don't touch the blue portals. Blue portals are up, please do not touch the blue portals. Okay, just a gentle reminder. Okay, now for the veterans, okay, or players who have cleared before, just try to let the new players get in first. This is primarily a learning run or practice run. The main ideas for this run is just to teach the new players how to do BA and then see as much as we can of the run. Okay, clearing is a bonus, of course. As I mentioned earlier, I cannot guarantee BA clears, and this will be apparent later on. Okay, when we reach the last boss, it'll be very apparent why I cannot guarantee clears. Okay, but we will try our best lah. Okay, we'll try our best to learn as much as we can. Hopefully, see every single fight, and then if you clear, that's great. If you don't clear, at least you are now prepared to do BA by yourself next time. Okay, so this is with regards to the number of portals. So today we have about 54 players, but I don't think everyone's going in. So there may be some leftovers, but just try your best to get in. Just try your best to get in. Okay, now blue portals are up, and in about 2 minutes or so, they will turn red. Now do note that the red portal will not be on the exact same spot as the blue portal. So you may wish to like zoom out a little bit and pan or rotate your camera around once the red portals have appeared. Now, at the same
one step.
it's fine. It's fine. It is fine.
Yeah,
It's fine, just leave it.
it's our meme. It's our.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay lah. Again, right, like I said, for our BA, right, I generally don't say like, oh no, other people are not allowed to join, the practice runs. No one can come in unless you sign up. I never say such things. It is my belief that because the instance is open to everyone, anyone is allowed to join the runs. Okay, if they want to step, they step. It's fine. If they snatch a portal, it's fine as well. Okay, although they shouldn't be fighting you for a portal, okay, that's just not very nice lah. Okay, but yeah, just try our best to get in later lah. Okay, I don't want to comment too much about this lah. Okay, for Materia, generally we don't have this problem. It's a common occurrence on Elemental on the other hand. Okay, because the instances usually quite full for Elemental, about 70 to 100 plus players. So there's usually portal wars. Okay, that's why you call portal wars, because people will fight for the portals. Okay, now later once keep your mini map open. Okay, keep your map open. If you can't grab a red portal, the mini map will show you where all the portals are. So if you just leave the mini map open, you will notice all these little blue icons. Those are the blue portals. Later when the red portals appear, they will all turn red. Okay, and they will shuffle. Okay, now do note, because 2 people stepped, 2 random players will not have any red portal appear. Okay, so just
Reds are up.
reds up. So click onto your red portal to enter BA. Okay, if you've successfully won.
Any of
congrats.
the 4 teams, if your members are missing a portal, please let us know.
Okay, I think my party.
Echo skill issue. No percept for a Wayne side or whatever. Have fun.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, I think my party still missing 1 person.
A couple of us are outside. We're just waiting.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm waiting as well.
Just keep me updated lah once the portals are all taken.
The last few weeks I haven't been myself, and
There's one down here. I'm all the way south. A bunch of them are south mid.
you just get like this extra spark. You know, being in Perth, he's never been. So really excited to show
Kelvin, your mic is on. I don't know if you're
Yeah,
trying
your
to
mic is cutting
mic.
out, but basically, if you open the map, you actually see red portals that still exist. So chances are there are veterans at those spots that haven't actually clicked onto them. Just go to one of them.
Yeah, if you are new,
If you are
and
part of the 4 teams.
yeah,
We're
and you
not
need-
giving
yeah.
them up for people who are outside of those 4 teams, but
Yeah.
if you are missing team members, those team members can come up to those portals.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, 2 of us.
and also the thought Bronte was only taking it at Perth.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
just
it's for
mute
Delvin, you are
Delvin
still
first lah.
muted
I'm
yet?
gonna mute him first. Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
gonna server mute him first because I think his microphone's on. Okay. Yeah, just try to grab the remaining portals now. I think Tomato, you are sort of obliged to come in as well because you're the organizer.
There's a lot of people outside who are supposed to be, well, they're all vets. I'm just gonna assume they're fine.
Yeah. It's only the new players that we give concession to. Okay, if you're a veteran, then by right you should be giving concessions to the new players. Okay, but it's okay lah. It's up to you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm coming in.
Neith, if you're there, I am not part of the group, so if you want to grab the portal next to Javetia, go ahead.
Team 2 all in, team 1 all, Tomato go in already. Team 3? All
Nice.
in. I think that's all good then.
Alright.
So yeah, remaining portals FFA. Anyone can just take them.
Plate bearers, cure, stone skin, cure.
Okay, now once we're in, okay, so welcome to BA. Congrats everyone on getting in. I'm gonna start off by giving a long, lengthy explanation here, but I will try to keep it brief. Okay, now first things first, do not fall off this platform at the start here. Do not fall off this starting platform. If you fall off, you cannot get back up here. And this starting platform is where you can access the Logos Manipulator as well as the Materia Melder. Okay, so do not fall off this platform. Now, everyone who is new, okay, in fact, everyone, not just everyone who is new, everyone should use the single empty tray or that single Spirit of the Remembered that I asked you to create earlier on. Crack it open, use the Spirit of the Remembered. Okay, now it will apply a 2-hour long buff on you, which will last throughout the entirety of the run. And then once you've used it, there'll be an empty tray there. Replace it with something else. Okay, this will ensure that you can bring as many Logos actions as possible for this run itself. Okay, so just replace the empty tray with something else, and then use the Logos Manipulator to form that new tray. So spend some time to do this. Now, at the same time, while this is going on, I will start off explanations on a few things. Okay, now, our Eureka Hydatos timer on the right, below it, there is a Conquer the Baldesian Arsenal timer. Now, this timer here is currently showing 19 minutes and 45 seconds and counting down. This is our time restriction that we have whilst we are inside BA. If that time runs out, right, we all get kicked out of the instance, okay, or get kicked out of BA. So we will need to go moderately fast to beat that instance timer lah. Okay, the external timer, right, no longer matters. Okay, just so you all know, if your Hydatos timer is less than your BA timer, your Hydatos timer will match your BA timer. So you will never time out inside here. It's by yourself. It's either everyone times out, or or you'll never actually time out. Okay, or unless you AFK for 10 minutes, that's a different time. That's a different timeout. Okay, which is a possibility, especially on my learning runs. Okay, now form your Logos actions, replace it with something else. Now, at the start, there's 2 sides, east and west. Okay, but I usually try to refrain from calling it east and west, because although east is to the right, the map is inverted. We are facing south at the start. So actually you need to face north, and then east is actually the Materia Melder side. This is Owain. The west side is the Logos Manipulator side. This is Art. The parties are supposed to yell out which side they are supposed to go on, and the idea is that we want to split the entire alliance into 2 equally sized parties. Okay, so if you have 6 full parties, we want to split to 3-3. So 3 on Owen, 3 on Art. And you will notice that the party leaders are yelling out. Okay, for example, Bella, 1, 2, 5, Art, empty. This means that Bella's party, 1 tank, 2 healers, and 5 DPS are going to the Art side. They will be the main tank for Art. Typhon's party, 2, 2, 4, Art. Typhon, 2 tanks, 2 healers, 4 DPS, they are going to Art. Okay, and so on and so forth. Now, usually there'll be one player who is helping to organize. So today's run, thanks, Tomato. Tomato will be helping to do organization. So Tomato will be like collating all this information, okay, ensuring that, you know, there's 3 parties on Art, 3 parties on Owen. Okay, since we are full 48, so it will be 3-3. And then she'll also check for 2 other things. Now, for both Art and Owen side, there will be at least 1 player with perception. Usually the perceptors will yell out, no, perception L, Art. Okay, or perception L, Owen. Then we know that, okay, this side has a perceptor, that side has a perceptor. We need to guarantee that there's at least 1 perceptor on each side. Ideally, we can have a few more perceptors, it's fine. It's always good to have some contingency in case the perceptors die or something happens to them, DC or something. So it's good to have some contingency, but we need to guarantee at least 1 on each side. Okay, which is why our Google Sheets, the sign up actually has assigned 1 player on each east and west. Okay, so I think for the east side, Owen side, Monkey Rat is supposed to be carrying perception, and then on Art side, Keko is supposed to be carrying perception. Okay, but if you do happen to bring perception, you can also just yell out, it's fine as well. Okay, now, the other thing to note here is that for inside BA, the waymarks are party specific. Only your party can see your waymarks. So, what the party leaders usually do is they will place a marker on the side you are supposed to drop off on. Once we ready check, once we ready check, we will then get ready to jump off. Okay, Monkey Rat is Art.
Monkey Rat's gone Art. Yeah, that's actually our perceptor.
Yeah. So our
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Perception, you can always run over to the other side.
It's
and
fine.
do it
We can just face tank it.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah. So someone on Art side can just keep an eye on Monkey Rat. That'd be great because the party is about to go away.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so as I said earlier on, try not to drop off the wrong side, because if you drop off early, right, then you can't join the party on the other side. Yeah. So Monkey Rat, you're actually on the wrong side. Just to let you know, we actually going all inside. The waymark was placed wrongly earlier on, so you shouldn't have relied on that until I've said. And you didn't wait for the ready check as well. Okay, so all the parties, once you guys are ready, okay, I know I've been talking for about 4 minutes already. Do a ready check, and then as a group, fall off together on the correct side. Okay, fall off on the correct side. Okay, the reason why actually the spreadsheet has assignments for Art and Owen. So
one side, so there should be
there's 2 on each side.
There's 2. It should be 2. If the last 16 people are in 2 parties of 8, just go 1 side each.
Okay.
My party got Owen then.
I suspect. I think Eden's soloing, so there's going to be a
Eden
weird
is
number.
solo.
Yeah, Eden always solos. It's fine.
Yeah, there'll be some parties with missing players, so don't worry about the solo players. They will just reject the.
I'm judging Ironfall because he's an Astro by himself. So he's only going to be able to buff himself. That's not how Astros work. Someone invite him to play.
It's fine. We have these we have some players here who are just they just here to do their own things. It's fine. Don't worry about them. Just don't worry about them.
Maybe he's trying to pass Astro.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Nobody else is still buff.
So who's not in? I actually don't know what's going on with the other party.
Okay, but we have 2-2, right?
The other party is Corinne's party. So Corinne will go out, I think.
Okay.
I don't know where they are.
In any case, right, because we have a 2-2 split already, for those parties who are ready, once you do ready checks, right, you fall off as a group onto the correct side, and then if the main tanks are ready, right, they can start pulling. Okay, we will not waste too much time for the remaining 2 parties. Hopefully they will just adjust one Art, one Owen.
Whatever.
Yep. And then for my party, we are going to just get started whoever's on the Owen side. Okay, now do note inside BA never ever pull enmity off the main tank. Okay, don't rip aggro off the main tank. Always let the tanks tank. Okay, because inside here, if you are not a tank,
Oh, I missed.
you are not on defensive Magia, and you're not fully geared, there is a chance that any mob will 1 or 2 shot you. Literally, they'll hit you once, you'll be like half dead or 3/4 dead, and then they auto you again and you just die because you are not on defensive. In here, the mobs hit really, really hard if you are not geared or on defensive or not a tank. So always let the tanks pull aggro. Now, for any non-main tanks, okay, if you are a tank but you're not assigned main tank duty or you're not, like pulling the mobs, your job here is to babysit the healers and DPS. If for whatever reason someone face pulls another mob, you quickly step in. Rotate to defensive, turn on tank stance, and then start pulling that mob. Because what happens is that any face aggro mobs will quickly change their sights onto the healers, because healers tend to pull enmity of unpulled mobs. So just note, you should try to help out. Okay, save your healers, basically. Just save your healers. Okay, now, the other thing to point out is at the top of the stairs, there are these 2 Biblosses, which will do a very, very nasty frontal and rear conal cleave attack that comes out near instantaneously. You do not want to be in front or behind of them, and you don't want to be standing with the main tank either. Okay, note that they will stop and cast Magic Hammer, and sometimes, or most of the time, we will stun them. Okay, as a tank, I'll stun them, but then they will turn and face towards the main tank and cleave the main tank immediately after. Be very careful about those. Okay, although there's a lot of pro gamers here using DefL.
Just one. It's your organizer.
No, my Death Elf failed. There's other Death Elves and there's like 4 people using Death here.
Yeah.
If your Death Elf fails, blame Shark.
Hey.
Yeah, it is. I did.
If it succeeds, it's mine.
What
Yeah.
the? You're stealing my business.
Big fan. Big fan.
Okay, now, without wasting too much time,
Uh,
Owen has arrived at the boss. You will notice that
yep.
yeah, that once we arrive, we will yell out or shout out. Okay, not yell, shout out that they have arrived So basically, you'll see Art or Owen, and then 100% means we have arrived. Okay, now both sides have arrived, so we're gonna start soon. But I'm just gonna give a very quick mechanics run through on Art and Owen. Okay, also known as the twins. Now these two bosses they have a special ability. If one of them has any HP remaining, the other one doesn't die. This is why we needed to split our party into 2 moderately equal power compositions, so that we can sort of burn them down at about the same time. Okay, if your boss has no health but it's not dying, it means that the other boss still has some HP left. Okay, now Owen's side mechanics. Owen will be either fire or ice, and he will place spears of fire or ice element. If he is fire, go to ice. Okay, if he is ice, goes to fire. Yeah, we'll kill these bosses about 4 to 5 minutes. It won't take too long. Okay, so I'll try to keep it, but I'll still try to keep it brief. Okay, so Owen, if it's either ice or fire, just go to the opposite element. Very easy. Okay, if later on, if you have the Dorito markers, okay, the triangle stack markers that you see, you need to find another person with the same marker and stack on them. Basically like group hug. Those with the AoE markers on their feet, you're supposed to pull it away from everyone else. Okay, these are all the mechanics we will see for Owen. If we see anything beyond this, we fucked up already. Okay, now, for Art's side, Art's a bit more difficult. Art will do a point blank AoE, and then the spears he placed around the arena will do their own point blank AoE straight away after his point blank goes away. You need to run out, away from him, and then either you run all the way in to where he's at in the center, or in between the 2 spears, there's a small little safe spot at the edge of the arena there. Okay, this is for the point blank. If Art does a donut AoE, you need to run in to the donut, the center of the donut, and then immediately after you run to a spear, each of the spears will be doing their own donut. But there's no telegraph. You must be very quick. Run in and then run out. Alternatively, for the donut, you can run to any spear, stay closer to the outer edge of the spear, and just sit on that spear. You'll be safe for both the AoEs. For Art as well, if the floor glows legendary gears, you need to stop moving. Once it's over, move out of the line AoEs and you'll be fine.
question for you in party chat. Do
Yes.
you want me to ask for call-outs for if we've got new people?
Ah,
or
okay. If
with them
there's anyone on
bunking
outside, right,
in?
you just need to call out the in and out and the legendary gears lah. The stop
Yeah,
moving.
I've got call outs for
Ah,
that.
thanks. Typhon's there. Alright, so Typhon will get up lah. Okay then, for us, I will do Owen lah. But I'll try to keep the callouts very minimal because there's two different sides lah. So I'll just usually say go to fire or go to ice and then stack or move away lah. Okay, then we're gonna start at ET0400. Okay, ET0400. 7 minutes 50 seconds left, but we should be able to clear in about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, shouldn't take too long. But we still want to try to save time because now the time will extend after we clear these two bosses, and then at each checkpoint it will extend the timer further. But the time actually snowballs forward. So I still do want to go faster a little bit. Other than that, okay, last few things to mention here before we start. Okay, 10 more ET. Yes, thank you, Tatamo. So LB1 at 0359, LB2 at 0358, range or caster LB only. Okay, just fire it off because if you don't use it, it will be wasted. Okay, so get ready, we're gonna start soon. Okay, so if you have LB2, range or caster, LB2 fire it off now. If not, then LB1 fire it off. And we will be pulling. Okay, I'll be main tanking for Owen side lah. Okay, later on after this we will adjust the main tank to Illuminis. Okay, Illuminis will be our main tank for today, by the way. But for the starting one, I'll do it. Thanks, Illuminis. Yes, I know. Okay, they always open
So
up
in
with
for art, and then shortly after be out. Out now.
Okay, Owen go to ice. Owen go to ice.
Art get in under art and then straight onto a spear. Once it goes off, straight onto a spear now. Red white art. Art's dead.
Nice, Owen's dead
Queen is
too.
dead.
Very nice. Okay, so notice time extension. Okay, now, any deaths? Now, for deaths, if there are anyone who is dead, okay, for what we do here in BA is that for healers who want to sacrifice the dead players, they will usually yell out and go near them. Okay, go near the dead player, target the dead player, and yell out, no, you'll be using sacrifice on the dead player. Okay, this to prevent healers from sacrificing the same player twice. Now, at the top of these stairs, there are traps here. There are traps ahead. Please stop. Okay, don't run ahead. The big shiny glowy circle is an explosive trap. Don't step in it. If you do, you will die. Anyone standing near you also dies. Okay, so please be very careful with the traps. Okay, and in this big hallway up here, hug the walls. Okay, and go to the treasure coffer. There are these small shiny little circles. These are bleed traps. Okay, this one won't kill you instantly, but nasty 10-minute vulnerability debuff and 1 minute bleed debuff. Okay, now Illuminis, where are you? Okay, Illuminis will be our main tank for today. So whenever you want, you can just start to pull the mobs lah.
Somebody pull a mob.
Yeah, it's okay.
Bella's in the tank.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's okay. So generally for trash packs, for BA, right, we try to be really careful not to pull too many things. Okay, see someone accidentally pull the centaur. Try to pull them back. Try to pull back. Now centaur need to sleep. Centaur need to sleep. Okay, thanks.
I miss death monkeys.
No worries. Okay, now for killing mobs, there's not much to say about them. Just go DPS the mobs. Just don't face pull things on accident. Noting that there's a wandering doll monster coming down the stairs. There's a sprite that will aggro by spellcasters. Okay, this is actually not specific to BA, but if you cast a spell near a sprite, it will aggro onto you. Okay, watch out for the centaur. Okay, generally speaking, as a tank, I will just be on babysitting duty lah. So I'll be watching the doll lah. If it gets pulled, I will just grab it lah. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna sleep the doll.
Alright. Okay, I think Typhon's got it. Okay, now for the doll
people are attacking it.
Yeah, the tanks need to point them away from the party because they do a very nasty frontal cleave that Oh, nice. Okay, I'll just use death. Yeah, just use death.
Ashkin coming up.
There's a ghost on the right, and there's another Migas there. Okay, now the other special mob here is the centaur. I will mention this, but to be honest, we have a lot of veterans here who are dealing with it. Centaurs will use a skill called Berserk, which must be interrupted, okay, or stopped. But the problem is that you cannot stun or interject the centaur. Okay, notice the centaur is casting Berserk now, and then someone needs to sleep it to interrupt the Berserk cast. Okay, cannot be stunned, cannot be interjected, must be sleep. So usually a healer will swift cast and sleep it as the cast is going off. Okay, please don't pre-cast sleep because it will become immune to the sleep and then can no longer be stunned. Okay, if the Berserk goes off, then they'll start to one-shot players. Usually the tanks will die first and then start to go on to the other players. So we need to interrupt the Berserk cast. Okay, that's all the trash mobs here. Okay, do note, if you didn't already haven't already done so, there's a treasure coffer at the hallway, at the end of the hall here. If you didn't pick it up, please go back and pick it up. Okay, once we fight Raiden, you won't be able to get it. Okay, treasure coffers in BA are personal. Only you can see them for your own coffer, and you need to grab it to take your own loot, okay, to get your own loot. So remember to grab your coffer. All the veterans coming, what are you guys doing? Okay, the new players have clearly gotten. Yeah, I know, right?
Do what I want.
Okay, we'll come to second boss here, Raiden. Now, Raiden is a thunder aspected boss, so rotate your Omega to the correct element. Now, for today's, most of today's run, Illumis will be the main tank. So Illumis, maybe you can stand over to the side here. Illumis, are you here? Okay, Illumis is this very large Hrofgar over here. Yeah, they will be our main tank. So I'm just pointing them out. If you wish to, you can just put a mark on their head to show where they are. Okay, but this is not very important for Raiden. Okay, it's not mainly for AV later onwards. Okay, so Illumis, you'll be main tanking. Is Illumis in the VC, by the way?
He is AFK at the moment.
Okay, so you're not listening, but it's fine, never mind, doesn't matter. Okay.
He is in the VC.
Yeah, I saw. Okay, now Raiden's mechanics. There's only two mechanics you need to look out for. The first is called the lateral Zantetsuken. Now, what will happen is Raiden will midway through the fight, about 70% or less, Raiden will disappear. We will all stack in the middle of the arena, and Raiden will reappear on either the east or the west side. We will turn towards Raiden. Okay, identify where he appears. Look at him or turn towards him. Puddles. Okay, no, he will raise his sword on either his left or his right, and then puddles will appear below randomly selected players. But because we're all stacked in the middle, a large number of puddles will appear below all of us. Move out of the puddles and move towards the side where Raiden's sword is not pointing at. Okay, one more time from the start. Raiden disappears. We stack in the middle. Raiden appears on either the east or the west. We turn to face Raiden, noticing the side his sword is pointing on. Puddles appear below everyone. Move out of the puddles and go to the safe side, where the safe side is the side his sword is not pointing on. Shortly after this, Raiden cleaves across the arena, killing anybody in the center, as well as anyone on the unsafe side. Okay? If you didn't pay attention to where his sword is pointing on, just observe where everybody is at. All of us will be on the safe side. Okay, majority of us will be on the safe side. Healers, if you see anybody in your party running off to the unsafe side, quickly rescue them over to the safe side. Raiden will shortly cleave the arena, killing anybody hit by his sword. Okay, you cannot inbound or immune his sword attacks. You will definitely die. Okay, so this is the lateral Zantetsuken. Now the next mechanic is Cloud to Ground. Now, Cloud to Ground, Raiden casts Cloud to Ground, a single Exaflare. Now, an Exaflare is a traveling AoE. It's one of those AoE markers with an arrow in it. Okay, one of these will appear on the edge of the arena. We will locate that Exaflare. As it starts traveling, we will stack on where it spawned because that spot is safe. Shortly after this, Raiden casts Bitter Barbs. Now, a lot of things will be happening at this point of time. There will be traveling Exaflares, Puddles will appear below randomly selected players, but again, we are all stacked at the same spot, so a large number of puddles will appear there. And some of us will be tethered to each other. Now, at this point of time, after Bitterbubs has gone out, you pop sprint, run around, avoid all the extra flares, avoid all the puddles. If you have a tether, you split the tether, okay, break the tether from the other tethered person. Okay, in other words, run away from the tethered person, okay, to break it. At the end of all of that, come towards Raiden and stack inside his hitbox. Raiden does Whirling Zentetsuken after all of that. The only safe spot is inside his hitbox. Okay, so I will call this out. Okay, but this is cloud to ground. With good DPS, we might actually skip it. Okay, but this is basically the two mechanics we need to look out for that usually catches people off guard. Okay, so any questions for Raiden or Raiden? Okay, if not, then we'll do a ready check to make sure that everyone is here. Okay, if there's anyone who is not ready, okay, who didn't press the ready check, let us know. Okay, just yell it out. No, one person not ready, let us know. But for everyone else, if you are here, step forwards beyond the purple line, come into the arena so that we know that you are here and we are ready to begin. Okay, now, other thing to mention, I didn't mention this, but if you have food, please remember use it because I've clearly forgotten. Okay, food actually gives you a buff in BA as well. Okay, I think everyone should be here. Okay, just listen to the callouts, try your best. Illumis will be our main tank for today, so thanks Illumis. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. Okay, if not, then we will get started. Okay, we will start at ET. So ET 0750. Okay, 0750 if you'll be so kind. Same thing as before. LB2 at 0748, LB1 0749. Range or caster LB only. Okay, just someone use it, please. If your party no one's using it and it's about to pull, you just fire it off. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who uses it, as long as someone uses it, because once you pull, the LB will drain away. Okay, you'll be wasted if you don't use it. So just remember to fire it off. Okay, so we're gonna start soon. Just ready up. Okay, now LB2 if you have it, LB1, okay, and Illumis you can establish on pull. Now Illumis will start off by pulling the boss to the closer to the edge of the arena. Okay, this is on purpose to pre-position the boss. There'll be a raid wide, and then there'll be a tank buster as well. Now shortly after this, Raiden will electrify the edge of the arena. And for ranged and caster DPS, okay, actually all the range and casters, you can start to move to maximum range. Okay, you can go away from Raiden to maximum range. Now shortly after this, Raiden will do Ame no Sakahoko, which is a large point blank AoE coming out from where he is right now. Okay, everyone run away from Raiden. Okay, everyone away from Raiden. Now Raiden will jump backwards, and we will all need to be inside his hitbox. Be inside his hitbox. This is Whirling Zentetsuken. Anyone outside will instantly die. Now, shortly after this, Raiden disappears. This is the lateral Zentetsuken. We will stack in the middle. Raiden's on the west side. Move out of the puddles and run to the safe side. Okay, move out of the puddles first and then cross over to the safe side. Yeah, ignoring all those people who like to toe the line between life and death.
Easy.
We just want to die.
Wait for your next PvP run.
Yeah, wait your turn, please.
No, I want to die.
Okay, now
I can't help
spread
you.
out lightly. Spread out lightly. This is Lancing Bolt. Some players we mark with an AoE. Just place the AoE. Try not to stack them, and don't be in the overlapping regions. You can take one hit, but two generally kills you. Yeah, and for why you die. Think double
Oh,
H.
it's iron.
Yeah,
Never
think double H
mind.
stuff. It's fine. It's fine.
Never mind.
Yeah, these all the veterans I don't care on. It's okay. Okay, this is a light DPS check by the way, but generally with this many people we'll always meet it. Okay, shortly after this he does the
He's
bruise.
always dead, don't worry about him.
I know, right? It's fine. Okay, we skip like cloud to ground, skip brooming the man, skip
We
everything.
can practice sack. Is there a new healer who wants to try sacking?
Yeah,
Or just leave him there. That works too.
there's
Or
one
we
dead.
can just we can just leave him on the floor, you know.
Slash is sweet.
I mean, whose fault is it that he tried to get 4 round stacks?
Oh, he's the one who go. Oh, I see.
He's a sack monkey, so
I
someone
see.
should probably sack him.
This is what
Uh,
happens when you take 4 round stacks.
Halbor is sacking.
all right, thanks,
Oh, is
guys.
that why? I looked before, like, all the traps are missing. Did he stand on all of them?
Yeah. He and
Yes.
Eden, he and Eden, they were popping all the traps. So Illumis, there's no real order, lah. You can just pull them in any. Just be careful
generate.
not to pull two different element mobs. Is all.
Yeah, just try if you can just pull from the same element, I guess.
Nice Hellball proc. Okay, here there is. Why is the Nixie half dead? Okay, just look out for the watch out for the AoEs. Watch out for the line AoEs. Don't assume that someone will stun and move out of the way. Yeah. So what we're doing here is that we are just peeling the mobs away from this hall because there's gonna be a trap somewhere in this hall. Yeah, we sort of can see it already. Thanks. So we're just trying to like okay, now on normal runs, okay, now obviously we found the trap, but in other runs sometimes we cannot see the trap so soon. The idea is that we want to pull the mobs to the entryway here so that we give the perceptors a bit of space to run around to scan for the trap. Yep. Okay, but I think most people are just using DefL. Some of you, a lot of people bring DefL. Okay, just so you know, DefL is basically an insta-kill skill with a percentage success chance. The lower the mob's HP, the higher chance it is. Yeah,
7 grand death.
someone just did it there again. So if
Yeah,
you see
me.
the mob just suddenly die, right, it just means someone used DefL. Yeah, that was Tomatoes. Shark brand DefL, thanks. The doll died already, so what? Oh, you guys are super efficient today. Okay, there's a trap here at just before the treasure coffer as well. Please be careful. Don't pop traps willy-nilly. Just so you all know, traps, sometimes you'll see tanks wanting to pop the traps. Usually for indomitable shenanigans, which is actually a skill that gives them buffs every time they take huge amounts of damage, and traps are one way to do that. But I won't go into detail on those in learning runs. If you ever want to learn more about what's indomitable, what's Dell, all this, can just ask in the Discord once we are done with the run. Okay, then you can learn for future runs.
Wait, I got a do you get a cryptic seal here?
It's random.
I thought you only get them at the end. Oh, I got one.
Yeah, it's random. You can get a cloth or a seal from
I'm
the
gonna
chest.
donate it to Shark's Fund. I don't want it.
Yeah, I've got 12.
I've got like 5 million.
I know, right? Stop flexing.
Yeah, I have too many, but the prices have tanked. We are doing too much BA.
Exactly. You guys are doing way too much BA for the number of players coming into BA. You all need to bring more players into BA so that the seal and cloth prices can go up. Which is where the practice runs come in, by the way. Please invite your friends to join these runs.
Which basically just translates into invite your mom, your dad, your best friends to play FF14 and expand the Materia population. Yes.
Also, I got a free trial code for them.
There are dozens of people in Materia.
It's like, have you heard of this award-winning game with the free trial up to level 60?
Exactly.
Including Heavensward.
And don't forget it's award-winning.
Okay, here.
There's a sprite
Yeah,
when
there's
it's
a
in the
sprite.
right room.
Okay, now here in this hallway, what
Sprite, I grabbed it.
we are
Someone
doing
grab
right is no
Oh,
worries.
and it's got it.
Thank you. Thanks, Eris.
Okay, so what we're doing here is we're clearing the hallway for the trash mobs first, and you'll notice that there are 6 rooms in this hallway. One of each element. Okay, there's a fire, earth room, wind, thunder room, and ice, water room. We're looking for 2 things in these in each of these 6 rooms. No, in one of the 6 rooms. One of them will have a visible treasure coffer. Okay, usually once any one of us has seen it, we will yell it out. So I think it's in where is it? Did we see it? Okay, stone. Okay,
Coffer's
so
in stone, I think.
Yeah, stone.
Kakko
So
said.
we'll be heading to stone room to claim our treasure coffer first. And then in any of the 6 rooms, okay, it might be the same room, it might be a different room, there's an invisible teleporter. Okay, but to reveal it, we need someone to use perception to scan for it. However, there are mobs in the room. Okay, yeah, it's in stone room. Treasure coffers in stone room. Okay, there are mobs in the room, so the tanks will have to peel the mobs out. And in some of the rooms, there are traps as well. So this is why we pull the mobs out into the hallway to prevent people from running in or accidentally pulling more mobs. Okay, but
Illume just pulled the whole bunch.
yeah, it's fine, it's fine. We have enough veteran tanks here to actually sort of like offset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just I don't know whether he's running Indom or not.
That's fine.
If
That's
he's
better.
not, then just
We will help him tank some of it. No
Mm.
worries.
He's on Guardian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should be okay lah. Okay. Okay. Eric just scanned for the teleporter, so it's not in this room.
Eric's not on perception.
No, I know, but he stepped at where the teleporter is supposed to be. Don't think I didn't see that, Eric. I
Body
know.
percepting.
Yeah. Okay. Grab the treasure coffer in the corner here, and then we'll head off to other rooms. Now, general procedure, right, is that we normally do the treasure coffer room first, and then we do ice and water next. Okay. This is mainly for the previously mentioned traps. Okay. Now, earth and fire room has no traps. Wind and thunder room has 1 trap each, and ice and water has 2 traps. So usually we do ice and water because tanks may need the traps for their indomitable shenanigans. So we usually help them to clear the room as sort of like yeah, just to help them lah, basically. Yeah, they might need it lah. Okay, although I think in learning runs, Typhon earlier was mentioning that no one does indom for learning runs.
I think Hellbore's on.
Perhaps someone was asking about traps earlier.
Someone said there was Indom gaming that was done, so someone is doing Indom here.
Okay.
Bella is indoming.
I see. Okay,
Yeah,
then
Bella's
feel
doing
free to take to use the traps. But always check if there's other tanks using indom. Don't just assume that you're the only one. Once you've verified that there isn't anyone, then you are free to take all the traps. In which case, but usually
I was just merely explaining that Indom is the natural enemy of the shark sermon.
yeah, exactly. So normally for learning runs, no one runs indom because I take very long. So yeah, that's why that explains why no one does indom. So you're free to use it.
Or you can cater.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do it, but again, watch out with that.
You can blow yourself up.
Portals in water.
Oh, nice water portal. Okay.
Someone's running all the way back down there. I don't know why.
It's okay. So we found the portal and we found both traps here, so it's safe to just enter the room. Go through the portal. There's a treasure coffer on the right. Remember to grab that treasure coffer, and then more trash mobs ahead. Yeah, indom things I'll usually leave out explanations on it, but again, if you're interested in learning more or even coming back for future runs, then just ask in the Discord. There's a lot of different veterans to help explain how to do advanced strategies for BA. Okay, now this hallway here, again, very similar, copy and paste. Another large hallway with mobs in them. 1 bleed trap, okay, which is at the very back of the room. Thank you very much. Who's that stepping on it? Okay, Keko has eaten the bleed trap, so no more traps left. Yeah, thanks Keko. Watch out for the ghost. The ghost will be turning in this way, so just be careful about it. And then watch out for the door as well. Okay, now shortly after this, there's gonna be another set of 6 rooms. Okay, there's gonna be another set of 6 rooms, and in these 6 rooms, there's gonna be no mobs in them.
Echo, please.
But there'll be a single explosive trap in the center of each room, somewhere intersecting the button in the center. Now what we need to do is we will clear the hallway first, and then the perceptors will go into the rooms to scan for the traps. Okay, so for all the other players, if you're not doing perception duty, always wait for the perceptors to scan or reveal the explosive trap first. Okay, never ever run into a room where you can't see the trap unless it has been specifically stated that the trap has been disarmed, okay, or exploded. Now, at the same time, what's going to happen is that we are going to split up into 6 different groups. Okay, usually if we have 6 parties, means 1 party per room. Each group should have 1 tank and ideally 1 or more healers to keep the tank alive. And what's going to happen is that we're going to set a start time, and once every room has at least 1 or more tanks and healers in them, with a few DPS, obviously. We will, once all the buttons in every of the rooms have one player standing in the button, it will trigger the next section where the doors will close, 2 mobs will spawn in every room, and in your party or group level, you're supposed to tank and spank the mobs, and dispatch the 2 mobs that spawn. Once the mobs are dead, the doors will open. Once all 6 doors are open, the large doors at the end of the hallway will open, allowing us to proceed with our run. Now, at the same time, when we trigger the doors to close, it will trigger the support fate, okay, also known as the Tristitia fate. And the players outside of BA in the Hydatos instance will help us to kill the Tristitia fate. Okay, so there's quite a number of them out there, Notrafi, Tim, Nif, Kilia, etc, etc. Okay, so they will help us to clear the support fate. Do note that if there's no one out there, there will be some strategies which we'll use to send players out to help to clear the support fate. Okay, but generally speaking, today's run, we have a number of veteran players who are aware of our runs and chose to stay in the zone outside. Thanks very much. Okay, they'll help us to clear the support. And after the support fate has been cleared, 8 new portals will appear in the instance, okay, in the Hydatos instance outside, following the same process as the OVNI portals, but instead of 48, there's only 8. So 8 blue portals will appear after 4 minutes, and then 3 minutes later, 8 red portals will appear and reshuffle their positions, okay, minusing away any number of portals that were stabbed. Okay, so this is the support fate. 8 new players will be able to join us in our BA adventure after the doors have closed. Okay, now, at this point of time, you will notice that usually the party leaders will yell for a room. Just follow your party leader. Now, for this practice run, we have 1 tank per party. So at the very least, we should have at least 1 tank per party. And then I think the 2 parties that join us also have tanks in them. So we should be good on the number of tanks. Okay, so just follow your tanks into your selected rooms. And for the parties, you try to stay in the corner. Okay, just stay in the corner of the room, because later on, the 2 mobs will spawn in semi-random positions. You want to be very careful not to be pulling the mobs immediately. Okay, let the tanks pull the mobs first. Okay, as always, never aggro mobs unless you are a tank. Okay, and once that's done, tanks, you should have your stances on, your Magia rotated to the defense element of the room you are in. Okay, so just so you all know, the mobs in the rooms that will spawn later on will be that room's element. So if you're in the thunder room, thunder mobs will spawn. If you're in the fire room, fire mobs will spawn. So on and so forth. Okay, so as a tank, you can prepare for it by rotating to defensive Magia. Everyone else can be on offensive Magia. Okay, then once all rooms are accounted for, okay, we will just do ready checks. Usually the party leaders will shout, okay, their own party comp, and their room is ready. Sorry?
Sorry, I just had a trap explode.
Oh, that's fine. Just ignore.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, if no one's dead, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
All calculated.
Wires. So I thought you were supposed to be going to Earth. Oh, thanks, I guess. He gave me protect and left.
I know, I
guess.
saw that.
Bye.
Because portals need a bit more protection.
It's true.
Yeah. Especially
when they're trying to organize things.
Especially if you're in a room with a shark. Thanks for...
Who is that?
So giving
thanks
us...
for... Fellow purposer.
Why there's so many proposals in the run? I don't understand. I mean, it's great.
Because we've come to see you. Big fan, Shark.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
fish and chips.
It's close to dinner time soon, so I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind.
Because fish and chips, you have the shark, the fish, then you need the fries.
All rooms are ready, bro.
Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't checking that.
Alright, so I guess we can start at 1400 then. Thank you very much. Okay, so support fate outside will have dispel. All the rooms have been accounted for. And then at ET1400, the tank should be stepping into the button in the center. Okay, the button, not the shiny glowy circle. And then the doors will close. Tank and spank. Once you have dispatched your room mobs, you exit the room, run to the big doors at the front of the hallway, and if you're the first one there, you yell or shout first. Okay, no, that's just for fun, just to let you all know.
Are you
Okay.
gonna pull both or just one at a time?
You want me to pull both?
Up to you. It's just where so I know where to put my earthly star.
Then pull both. Let's do both. Anyway, I already face pull the other one. Too late now.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. No worries.
It's fine.
Yeah, just dispatch them lah.
Do remember that if you're for the first to the door, you win.
Yeah. Oh no, I've fallen asleep.
It is not a competition, except it totally is a competition.
Hey, how come Thunder first?
You're right, Eden won. He's already at the door.
He's cheating. He obviously cheating,
He's not at the door. He's looking at the wall. He's not at the door.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's nah. Then Thunder wins.
Clearly cheating. Doesn't count.
An important part of the competition is you have to yell first.
Yes.
That's so fast.
Which means Thunder wins.
Some hacks involved. I smell some like Zoom hack or some shit like that. Speed hack.
It's called B7.
Whoa,
It's called
whoa,
B7.
Damn, I refuse to believe that.
There were 3 in my party.
Hacks, guys, where are our dev elves? Need to sponsor some Shark brand dev elves to everyone in my party next time.
Because they're gonna use Death, then why did I even why did I even bother going into bravery? Damn it.
Actually, that's true.
That only works on ads though.
Yeah.
Bravery
There
is
is
better
no
on
bosses.
bosses.
Why did I run into your room to give you bravery?
That's true,
Oh, thank you, sir.
That's true.
No. You see, this is part of the strat. Because Death L works better when they're low on HP, so the Bravery helps us to reduce their HP faster.
I see.
So that we can use it.
Okay, just quick reminder here. If any of you see a treasure coffer here, there's a bonus coffer. Yeah, if you see a treasure coffer here, right, it means that you forgot to pick it up earlier on. Please remember pick it up now. It's not really a bonus lah. This is actually the Raiden's arena. So if you still see a treasure coffer here, it means that you've forgotten to pick up the Raiden's treasure coffer. Please remember pick it up now. After AV is done, all previous treasure coffers will actually disappear. So don't forget, it's your last chance to grab it.
So all room tanks dance off, please.
Yes.
Otherwise you will pull and you will die.
Yep. So all non-main tanks, turn off your stances at this point of time. Generally, because we've just did some tanking and spanking, your stance will still be on. So kindly remember to turn it off unless you are ready to main tank. And just let Illumis continue to tank. Okay, now do note that here in this hallway is the original set of 6 rooms. Okay, this is the original set of the treasure coffer plus teleporter rooms.
Ads hiding in the rooms.
There are 3 mobs that we need to look out for. So number 1 is the frog. Is the frog dead? I guess it is.
Frog's dead.
Yeah, frog's dead.
Okay, so there's a frog that we need to dispatch. There's a book monster which is up ahead, and there's a centaur, which Bella and Velista are shouting. It's on the left. So the reason why I point out these 3 mobs is simply because these mobs tend to walk around and they will enter into the rooms as well. In this case, the centaur actually went into the left room. So just be careful. It may reappear out of the room and start to attack players behind the group. So you want to be very careful about that. Is it here or there?
Which left room? The middle?
Wait, yeah, which left room?
Would that be wind?
Oh,
and it's just they're just
birds.
Fine.
Oh,
It's fine,
someone
it's
pulled
just
some birds.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Birds
You just
Bring them
gotta
out. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Would you guys like to
Oh,
have a
Sensor was in the
party?
front left room.
Oh, well, this is even worse.
It's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just kill the birds.
What? No, we're supposed to sleep. Support desk dead.
We still so clear the book and the centaur first. You can do the
Are
sleep.
we gonna wait for them here?
we still do the slumber
And then you
party
be like, hello,
later.
you can't just rock up. You need to help us kill mobs. Thank you.
Isn't that what like NA does? They leave the mobs to the.
Yeah. They do have like alternative strategies, but to be honest, I mean, I guess it's fine. It's just a bit more riskier because if people aren't on the same page or new players run in, right, they'll just accidentally push it.
Remember to sleep up when you see the cast. Sleep. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, now, at this point of time, what's gonna happen is once you've cleared the very last centaur here, the support phase is just cleared. So what will happen is that we are waiting for the support desk players or the support phase players to join us. Now they are gonna take a 10-minute, okay, not 10, maybe about 8 minutes for them to have the blue portals, the red portals to come in, form their logograms, take the teleporter and join us here. So at this point of time, we are going to take a 6-minute break. Okay, a 6-minute bio break. Okay, washroom break, refill your coffee or tea, get a new drink, something like that. Okay, so be back at be back at real time X 33 lah. Okay, X33. So be back in about 7 minutes lah or so. Okay, now do note if you AFK for longer than 10 minutes or exactly 10 minutes you will get kicked out of the instance. So please be mindful not to AFK for too long. Okay, if you happen to go for a break and then for some reason you're delayed, don't take too long. You must be back within 10 minutes. Okay, or to be safe, just 8 or 9 minutes. Okay, but try to be back by X33. Okay, I'll go for a short break as well. I'll be right back in about 7 minutes.
Quick, Shaka's gone. Sleepover.
Yeah, it's time.
Alright, so for all the new people, the Skatine here, all it does is chirp. All the chirp does is put you to sleep. So you can have a slumber party here for 10 minutes, yes. It is rather safe unless the Skatine is hitting you and you're not a tank. But since the tank is tanking it, it's fine. You can just stand there forever. One condition of sleeping is that if you are not emoting while being put to sleep, we will cleanse you and make you emote. You have to permanently emote, Deeks. That doesn't count. You can't just stand. Oh, you need to pull the Skatine over to Shark. He's not sleeping. It might reset actually, Sage. Tragic. Got him. If you pull it too far, it will reset, by the way. Then we have to go back and get it. But yes.
Hang on, drink. Be right back.
I'm immune to sleep. This is really upsetting.
That's just like in real life.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, it reset. Never mind.
I think it's like 1 minute after the first time we got sleep.
Yeah, by the way, please jump up and down and move around if you haven't in a while, because you will get AFK kicked from BA otherwise, and then you will just be Sag. Party support death was 10, x 24. So you've got 5 minutes maybe.
The port's got 3 minutes left on their timer.
Thanks, team.
Oh
my god. See you guys. Bye bye.
Literally, what was that?
It's team.
It's a slumber party. It's a slumber party.
Amazing. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't do anything silly while I'm gone.
Too late. Anyway, while we're waiting, right, if for whatever reason there's players who are interested in doing organization or learning how to do for future BA runs, feel free to ask in the Discord as well. There's like we can teach you we can teach you how to do organization for BA runs, such as what you see Tomato doing here today. So you can actually like ask us on how to do organization for these runs. Okay, we are looking to find more players who are capable of doing organization for these runs, okay, as well as other roles as well, things like main tanking, Osma.
Now your mic is cutting off, I think.
Oh, sorry, too far away. It should be better now.
Yeah,
sorry. So I was just saying that we're looking for more players who are interested in taking up the roles with responsibilities, so like organizers, main tanks. Actually just these two for now. So it's like if you are interested in learning, feel free to ask and we'll teach you how to do such things.
I'm not gonna lie, Hot Mess looks hilarious when she gets sleep because she's doing a dance. And then when it's sleep mode, the dance is still happening, but it's in slow-mo.
It's slow-mo dance, yeah, it's great.
So funny.
That's why all of us are doing the weird dance, right?
Wait, where's North Tri? I was like, Somebody's where.
Oh, we're still dancing. Amazing.
Yeah, they don't kill the mobs. I thought Ethernet is dying already.
Wait, where's the snowman? The snowman needs to be part of this.
Don't worry about it. Keep dancing.
No, he needs to dance, and then you see a slow-mo snowman dance.
This is why rescue is a thing. Where's the snowman? And who is
By
the
the
snowman's
way,
party?
the portal should have timed out. We should be good
Yeah,
for
I know.
anything else.
So we're gonna start soon. Okay, anyway, everyone should be back
We
by
can
now.
probably reset the skipping.
Is
Oh yeah, now we need to kill the
Is
mob.
that Tim?
I mean, I still have some explanation to do lah, so y'all can just chill for a little bit. Okay, now. We'll come back from
no,
the
it's a
break.
snack.
Okay, by now everyone should be back already because it's been about 9 minutes. Okay, first things first, if you haven't already, damn it, team, you haven't
Who
already.
keeps stunning the sleep?
Suspicious. Okay.
If I
Anyway.
keep stunning it, it's gonna get involved in eventually.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna just continue the explanations. Now, at this point of time, right, if you just gotten back, just remember to move a little bit. Once again, there's an AFK kick timer that'll kick you out in 10 minutes if you don't touch your keyboard or mouse or controller. So just kindly remember to avoid the AFK kick. Now, I'm gonna begin explanations on AV. So this is gonna take a little while, but I'll try to keep it brief. Now, from this point onwards, there's a few things to mention here. So welcome to the second half of BA. Okay, for the players who join us from support as well. Now, from here on out, we will only have 3 more encounters left. AV, which is Absolute Virtue, which is the boss up ahead. Okay, boss number 3. 2 trash mobs after AV, prior to the last boss, and then the last boss is Ozma. Okay, from this point on, because there's only 3 more encounters and 2 of them are boss fights, and these 2 boss fights, right, start to become difficult. Okay, the difficulty starts to ramp up. The last 2 bosses will have a DPS check. For AV is about 7 minutes and 30 seconds long. He will enrich. For Ozma is 10 minutes and 30 seconds long. So because of this, we always encourage all players from this point onwards to switch out their defensive wisdoms and switch in their offensive ones. So things like wisdom of the Fiend Hunter, Duelist, or Elder for your respective classes, or in a pinch, okay, if you have none of those 3 that I just mentioned, Skirmisher also works just as well. Okay, these are offensive wisdoms that you can use to help push DPS to meet the DPS checks. Okay, not to mention the faster we kill it, the less mechanics we see, the less people die. Okay, so we try to encourage players to push for DPS. Now, sometimes people ask me, no, why can't I just use Plate Bearer? You help keep me alive, right? Now, the reason why we don't encourage Plate Bearer is because number 1, you're not really pushing DPS with Plate Bearer. Okay, number 2 is that in these 2 boss fights, right, if you mess up the mechanics, you don't do the mechanics properly, you will generally just get one-shotted anyway. You just die instantly anyway. So it doesn't do very much. It doesn't do very much to keep you alive. So we always might as well just push DPS and help just kill it faster, so you just avoid more of the difficult mechanics, okay, as the fight progresses. Now, other things to mention is players with perception, players with refresh. Okay, you don't actually need these anymore. There's not much mega rotation left, and there will not be any more traps after AV lah. Okay, so you can actually switch those out for your DPS wisdoms as well. Okay, this is for DPS players. Okay, for healers, generally you still want to keep your healing actions. Okay, now AV itself. Okay, AV is going to be a wind aspected boss, so rotate your mega to the correct element. Okay, and let it recharge as I explain AV's mechanics. Now, AV main mechanic is called Eidos. What he does is that he places bracelets on his wrists, and these bracelets will be either light or dark color, and he will manifest his mechanic in 2 different ways. Now, the first way is he will place puddles of both light and dark color around the arena. The dangerous color, okay, what is the dangerous color? The color of his bracelets. For this explanation, I will assume that they are dark. So let's say he has dark bracelets, light and dark colored puddles will appear. The dark colored puddles, after a short amount of time, will expand, and after a while, all the puddles will explode. So we want to move away from the dangerous colored puddles, moving towards a safe color puddle usually either at the edge of the arena or in between two safe colored puddles within the sort of like a little notch, okay, formed by two puddles that are adjacent to each other. Now, if you are not sure where this is, later on, when you see everyone running to certain spots, just understand that's where the safe spots are. Okay, so if you are confused or you don't really know where you need to go, just follow everyone. Most of the players will be congregating in the safe spots. If you follow them, generally speaking, you're gonna be safe. Okay, so just understand for the callouts, I will say away from dark puddle. Okay, away from dark puddle, usually hugging a light puddle near the edge of the arena or in between two light color puddles. Okay, so this is for the puddle mechanic. Okay, it can be either light or dark, depending on his bracelet color. I will call it out. Now the second mechanic is impact stream. AV will split the arena into two halves, light and dark half, and I will just say go to light, or go to dark, go to dark. You just want to be on the correct colored half. Okay, anyone who is not on the correct color half generally just dies. They just get one shot. Okay, so be on the correct color half. Healers, do take note that even with the party members on the correct color, they are still going to take some incoming damage. So please remember to heal through. Okay, heal them. Now, midway through the fight, AV will actually disappear and he will summon 3 clones. Each of them will fire off one impact stream, one after another. For this point of the fight, because there's no DPS being done, because the boss is gone, okay, invulnerable, I will call out for everyone to rotate to defensive Magia, pop Urican potions, use any mitigations that you have, and then healers just remember keep healing through. Okay, and then we will be doing 3 impact streams, one after another. We will generally be in the center of the arena because the impact streams split the arena in different angles. So the best place to be is in the center. Okay, for the majority of this fight, to be honest, what you want to do is try to stay near the center where AV is at, because most of the time his mechanics cover a large area and it's very hard to avoid them if you are near the edge. Okay, so this is for AV's mechanics. Now, the third and most important mechanic is called Turbulent Aether. Now, Turbulent Aether will mark 8 random players with an orb and tether. Now, this orb and tether will have either a light or dark color, and these tether marked players will need to avoid touching the orb, okay, or avoid letting the orb touch them. If the orb touches them, it will detonate, severely damaging them and anyone else around them. So they need to kite the orb. Now what will happen is that there will be 8 puddles corresponding to the number of players with light and dark tethers. So for example, if there's 2 light orbs, there will be 2 dark puddles, okay, opposite color. And likewise, there will be 6 of the other color, with 6 of the other colored puddles. So the players need to find a puddle of the opposite color, stand in it, and let the orb touch them inside the puddle. The orb will explode, but because the puddle mitigates most of the incoming damage, they will survive it. And then you have resolved the Turbulent Aether mechanic. Now do take note, a few rules to this. Number 1, do not run off instantly. The moment Turbulent Aether comes out, there will be a whole bunch of other mechanics at the same time. Now, AV follows up Turbulent Aether with Medusa Javelin, which is a large frontal conal AoE. We generally want to stay near AV first, wait for the Javelin Telegraph to appear, then run out of the Telegraph and go to your puddles. Because of this, you will hear me doing callouts, something like this. Okay, Turbulent Aether, check for tether, wait. And the moment I see the telegraph appear, I'll say go. Once you hear the sign to go, run off to your puddles, stand in it, let the orb explode, and you have resolved the mechanic. Okay, Nathan also mentions that only 1 person per puddle. This is correct. You cannot share puddles. Please do not step into a puddle with someone else in it, because you will both die, because both orbs will hit both of you. The first orb might be mitigated, the second will not, because the puddle will be used up after the first orb has exploded. So please do not stack in the same puddle with another player. Okay, 1 person per puddle. For whatever reason, if you cannot find a puddle, or you realize really late, okay, that the puddle is all the way on the other end of the arena. Rotate your mega to defensive, okay, which is wind. Pull yourself to the edge of the arena and let the orb contact you. Okay, after a short amount of time, all the puddles will disappear and the orbs, any remaining orbs, will just accelerate towards their tethered player and detonate themselves. Okay, severely damaging that player. But as long as you're at the corner, you will take the orb by yourself and not hit anyone else. Okay, if someone pops the orb in the center where everyone is, everybody in the center takes damage, killing a few players, and everyone who gets hit gets a damage down debuff. So we want to try to avoid popping turbulent Aether orbs on other players as well. Okay, this is important. And why the mechanics why this mechanic is important, because 8 players will have to deal with the mechanic that can kill or sabotage the entire alliance. Hence BA PvP. Okay, this pattern repeats itself later in Osma. Okay, but I'll explain Osma after we clear AV. Okay, so these are the 3 main mechanics for AV. Now, last few things to mention here. There will be adds in this fight. So usually we assign one tank to tank the adds. There will be a north and south wyvern add. When they appear, one tank each will tank stance on and hold the add in place. All the DPS focus and burn the adds down ASAP. If you have Death L, okay, all of you using Sharp Brand Death L, just swift cast Death. If it sticks, the add dies. We don't have to deal with them at all. After a short amount of time, if they are left up for too long, the cast explosion is as bad as it sounds. Do note that adds are a different element. AV is wind aspected, adds will be thunder aspected, so rotate your Magia accordingly. Okay. The other thing to mention here, okay, last thing to mention here is Illumis. Okay, once again, Illumis, I'm pointing him out at the front here, will be our main tank for this fight. So now, in this fight, Tank Busters is an AoE centered on the main tank. Whenever I say Tank Buster incoming, move away from main tank, please make sure that you are away from Illumis. Now, to assist you with this, you can mark, okay, Illumis with a sign or marker, cookie, triangle, cross. Remember, waymarks and signs are party specific, only your party can see them. Help your party to mark the main tank with a sign so that when the tank buster is incoming, they can see where the main tank is and avoid the main tank. Okay, now Illumis, when tank buster incoming, you can actually run away from other players and move away from AV if necessary, because AV doesn't move when he's channeling the tank buster. Okay, but I think you have done it before, you might have seen it before as well. Okay, so this is it. This is all the mechanics for AV. Any questions before we begin? Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to just sound it out. You can type it out as well. Okay, if not, at the same time, we're gonna do ready check. It's been almost like 10 minutes I've been summoning, so we're just gonna do ready checks for the entire party. Anybody who is not ready, please let us know. Okay, Samuel can go kill your fly. Everyone else, once you're ready, just step forwards beyond the purple line. Okay, step forwards beyond the purple line so that we know that you are present and you are ready. But if there's anyone who is not ready, okay, they don't press the ready check, please let us know. Okay, because once we start, and if they are not here, they miss the fight, right? They're not going to get any loot from this fight. Okay, or even worse, if they're in the arena but they are AFK, they're just going to die. So, just let us know now. Okay, I think Popone is DCing as well. So we'll just wait for Popone to be okay, and then we wait for Samuel to verify that they are ready. Last minute checks. Okay, rotate your Mega to the correct element. If you have food, okay, please use food. Okay, by now it's been more than 30 minutes, so use another food. Okay, the fight is about 7 minutes 30, but just use another food to cover for this fight. And I think that's it lah. That's pretty much it. Okay, then we can just get started lah. Yeah, one person is pokeballing, so we just wait for Puponi to be okay. Okay, Samuel is back, very nice. So we're just waiting for Puponi lah to stop disconnecting.
That's fine. Miko, are you bravery gaming or were you just not doing that?
Yeah, I'm waiting for full time.
Shark, we are going to have a bravery caster, so please factor that into your time setting.
I know, I'm just waiting for Puponi. I don't know if I want to just like go ahead or not.
Well, if he DCs midway, maybe he'll dodge all the mechanics.
No, I know, right? That's what I was thinking. Okay, in BA, right, if you DC, right, while you're still alive, right, you'll reconnect back in the arena alive. So it's actually okay for him to skip like the first half of the fight.
It's bad if we all die and then he reconnects after AV has reset.
I doubt that happens.
That'll be funny.
I doubt that.
That will be funny though.
But yeah, that'll be funny. Yeah. Okay lah.
You DC BA, you DC IRL.
we'll just let, okay, because Poponi is not new and he's not a first timer. I'm just gonna make the call here to just we'll just start, and then hopefully he just reconnects with us
Wait, who's in
later.
Right. Now it's late.
Devin's still okay. Never mind.
Oh, you guys still have 2 healers. He's just in. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make the call. If Poponi you can hear me, just try to reconnect whenever you can. And then once you reconnect, just hit the ground running and just try not to die. But try to be back before AV dies. If AV dies, then you come back. You'll miss the loot. But I guess it doesn't matter if you cleared before lah. Okay, we're gonna start at ET 0040 lah. 0040. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm gonna give Miku a slightly longer time to start casting bravery. Okay, those who need bravery go to the left side. I think Miku is gonna cast bravery and all of the just DPS lah, DPS. Okay, don't all the tanks just.
Oh my god.
Don't
Everyone go away once
Please
you
line
get
up.
Yeah, once you got it,
Please
move
line
away.
up for Miku.
Yeah.
Don't
crowd
he's
around
only
him.
opposed to it. Don't squash him.
Yeah. No, actually squashing him is fine lah.
I
Please also take note of what Kako said in Yale chat. There's a few Focus 16, Dell 16 Midare openers. So whoever is empty, please just spam your MDT
Illuminus,
attack.
that would be
Illuminus.
please spam lightning shot. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And
Just
Or
spam your enmity
alternatively,
thing.
alternatively, let the 1616 gamers die.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, skip Sword or Disband. What are you talking about?
PvP.
Skip
Yeah.
Sword or Disband.
Let me ping.
Okay. Anyway, focus up. We're gonna start soon. Okay. Once again, LB2 at 0038, LB1 at 0039. Range or caster LB only. Okay. So focus up. Get ready. We're gonna start soon. Now LB2. Okay, LB2 just fired off. LB1 can Illuminus establish enmity on pull. Okay, just focus up, listen to callouts, and everything should be fine. Now, generally, AV opens up with a red wide. So this is the red wide. Again, the first mechanic will be puddles. Now this will be dark colored puddles, away from dark. Now the first time he does it, there's only a single color, so just avoid the dark puddles. Now after the puddles have gone off, come close to AV, he follows it up with Medusa Javelin, which is this large conal thing. Okay, it's very hard to dodge if you're at the edge of the arena. Oh, Poponi is back. Okay, now Impact Stream next. We are going to light. Stay close to the center, go to light. Okay, come over to the light half. You just heal through, remember heal through, there's some incoming damage, and then shortly after this there's a tank buster on the main tank. Okay, stay away from the main tank. Welcome back, Poponi. Now next will be 2 colored puddles. We'll be moving away from the dangerous colored puddles, usually hugging a safe color puddle at the edge or in between 2. Now dangerous is black or dark, away from dark, hugging a light puddle near the edge. Okay, or follow the group if you're not sure where. Nice. Hey, Dick's dead. Suspicious. He's fine.
Can't believe Dix is dead.
I know, right? Never mind, it's okay. Just ignore it lah. Just keep going. Later we can sweep him up. Okay, more red whites.
I don't have sweep.
That's too bad. Okay, I think after this.
Fuck, Ballista sacked them. Shake my head.
Yeah. Okay, now tethers. Check for tethers. Okay, check for your
Look at this
tethers.
monkey
Wait
over
for the Medusa Javelin and go. Okay, if you have tether, resolve your tether mechanic. Okay, now watch out for the main tank. There will be a tank buster.
There's
on
one in the
main tank.
party.
Yep.
Just heal through, it's okay. Most of us survive. Can just heal up, come back for heals and shields. Yeah, someone didn't handle tether, but it's okay lah. Most of us survived. Now, AV is gonna jump off soon, so rotate to defensive after he disappears and use Eureka potions, pop some mitigations. Okay.
Yeah, guys, what is
No
this?
skipping saw, too bad.
550k left.
Okay, heal up, heal up.
B7 toxic.
Duck, go to duck. I know, right? Next one is duck again. Go to duck. And the last one will be light. Okay, now after this last one, there will be a proximity. You want to sprint away from the proximity to the outer edges and come back in after AV lands.
Or just do that one.
Oh yeah, someone died there. It's okay. Okay,
Someone involved.
it's fine. Okay, now finally,
And then they pretended to
orientate
Yeah.
yourself away from the main tank. There's gonna be a tank buster away from the main tank.
And then yeah.
Oh, nice.
Alright, we did have one death, but I can't see them.
At the
Yeah,
edge.
at the coffer.
next
They're
to
dead at the coffer.
They did at the coffer. Amazing.
Okay, grab your treasure coffer. Same rules apply. Let the healers deal with the death lah. Where's Dix?
No
I
way, someone sacked. They didn't say anything.
not. Oh.
It-
No,
he didn't
Vel,
say
Vel, someone said what? Vel sacked Dix.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah,
Dr.
Val
Pepper.
sacked T.
Oh, he's talking about Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone sacked them already. Okay, I didn't use a plate, so it's fine.
I can sack next because I need to change my plates anyway.
I don't know who sacked.
Eh,
so I don't know who sacked.
Helvor died. So Helvor.
Yeah, I'll sack Hellborn.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, just to let y'all know lah, y'all
just leave.
try
The
to
heck,
healers y'all try to yell out before you do sack. The reason for this is very simple. If let's say Tatamo say she will sack and then you sack the dead player, then Tatamo has a sack plate that's not gonna be used lah. So it's a bit
It would have
waste.
been worse if I had actually sacked
Yeah. So for now it's okay because she
Would've
didn't
been
actually crack it open. But just keep this in mind lah.
too. Okay, no. fine.
Also, I guess I would say this. Next time, if you're going to be the one using your sacrifice, don't just say it in VC. Please also type it in chat. Because there are people in the runs that don't show up on
Please,
VC.
yeah. Please use
Yeah,
chat
no,
or
sorry.
yell.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying for everyone on the call for future runs, just whatever you communicate in VC, try to also do it in chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Just in case.
it's to account for the fact that while we do sometimes call pug runs, there will be random people joining in who have no idea what CA is. They're just here to run a BA. So you need to actually account for them.
Exactly. Plus, not to mention, like, some of them don't speak English, like Nico's the legend.
Nikosuna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
big fan.
These.
Is it sad?
Hmm?
I was gonna say, is it sad? I'm more upset now that I haven't gone for the entire BA now without dying. Because I technically died because of the sack.
That's fine.
Oh, you died.
That's fine.
Sad.
That's
I was
fine.
like, yeah, deathless BA. Oh wait, never mind.
That doesn't apply if you're a healer, you see. Okay lah. Anyway, these two mobs, I didn't mention this, but I guess it's fine. These two mobs, you generally want to use them to build gauges lah. So things like your samurai stickers, ninja gauge, red mage gauge, etc. etc. Okay, then they need to be stunned, but the veterans have
Yeah, that's
handled
why
that.
I typed the gauge thing in chat.
Yeah,
Because you were
thanks.
explaining something else.
Too many things to handle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take over the chat for now. This is Osma. Welcome to Osma. There's gonna be a lot of things to explain here, so I'll get started right away lah. Okay, hopefully I'll take about 10 minutes to explain everything, then we can get started. Okay, now welcome
you want me
to.
to use the fancy macro?
Yeah, you can go ahead and
It's not a
wait for the
very long
cutscene first.
thing.
Wait for the cutscene finish first. Don't
Oh,
start the macro
okay.
until the cutscene players are done watching. Okay, so welcome to Osma. Now there's gonna be a whole bunch of things happening here. So I will just get started. Now, first things first. Do not go to the front of the breach. There's a button there. If you step on it, you'll be propelled onto the Osma arena, and you can't come back up here. And I get a bit nervous when people jump down early because early pools are a thing. It has happened before. Okay, so just stay on the bridge here. Now, next, you will see a macro being posted there. This one is mainly for the organizational purposes, and in future, if you understand it, you will know what it means lah. Okay, but for now, you can just ignore it. Let the veterans and the party leaders deal with the positioning, okay, the organization. I'll explain it as I go through this explanation. Number 3, usually there'll be players casting shell and or protect at the rear, okay, at the back of the breach. What we do here is the person casting it will be, okay, in this case Hellebore is casting it, form a line in front of them just like you would in real life queues, and get your shell and protect, bow, say thank you, step out of the line, and the next person step forwards to get their shell and protect. Okay, this makes it easier for the caster to identify who has it and who doesn't have it and who still needs it. Okay, so this is just to make their life easier. They're already volunteering to bring, share, and protect for us. Just help to make their life easier by queuing up and moving out of the line once you have gotten your share and protect. Okay, so thanks very much, Hellball, for casting share and protect. Okay, now while all of that's going on, I will begin explanations. So just settle in for a bit. This is gonna take a while. Now, welcome to Ozma. This is the final fight in the Baldigian Arsenal, and you will need to be in the Ozma arena when Ozma dies for it to count as a clear. Okay. Now the phrasing is very specific. You can be dead in the Ozma arena when Ozma dies, and it still counts as a clear for you. However, Ozma has this unique mechanic where every 2 minutes it will do a move or mechanic called black hole, which will essentially siphon or flush players out of the arena and deposit you into the Hydatos instance outside. If that happens to you, obviously you are no longer in the Ozma arena, you're not with us anymore, you are in Hydatos, your run is essentially over. Okay, if that does happen, it's unfortunate, but it was a good try. Okay, but do note that if that does happen to you, kindly stay with your party in the instance until we have concluded the fight. Okay, whether we clear or don't clear is irrelevant, but in our 8-man parties, we have access to limit break 3. If you leave the party mid-fight because you have been sucked out or siphoned out, and you leave, the party still fighting will lose LB3. So give us a fighting chance. Stay with the party regardless of whether we clear or not. Okay, just let the people still fighting have a fighting chance to have access to LB3. Okay, so for Ozma actual mechanics. Now, for those of you who have gotten the Shell and Protect, okay, thanks very much, Hellball, for casting it. You can either come closer to the front, being very careful once again not to step on the shiny glowy button, or open your mini-map. Okay, now if you look carefully at the Ozma arena, you'll notice, okay, Ozma is the big shiny glowing ball in the center there. And if you look at the arena itself, it's actually a ring-shaped platform with 3 protuberances on the east, west, and south. Okay, so there's an east platform, a west platform, and a south platform. Each of these platforms, okay, Nani just step on the button, but it's fine. Don't follow them, don't follow them. The veterans are jumping up, but please don't follow them. Okay, now the east, west, and south, these platforms will need to have 1 main tank party each at least, because Ozma attacks 3 players on each platform all at once. So we actually need 3 tanks with their associated healers on each platform, just to absorb the auto attacks coming out from Ozma. Hence, you will notice the macro being shouted out or yelled out. We actually assign main tank parties for east, west, and south. Okay, so you can see here, I'm south main tank. Okay, Illumis is east, and then Bella is west. Okay, then any additional parties will be supporting the main tank party. So, for example, Typhon 224 West ST. So Typhon's party, 2 tank, 2 healers, 4 DPS, will be going to the west platform as the sub-tank party. If the main tank dies, Typhon will step up to become the main tank. Okay, main tank has a very important role for Ozma because they will handle most of the auto attacks and some of the mechanics by themselves. Now, also note that, so we have 6 parties, so there'll be MTST for east, west, and south, so 222, and then if there's a 7th party, so 56 men, or anything more than 48, right? The 7th party will be the SST or support party. They can choose any platform to support. Okay, basically, they are just spare players to help out with DPS and help out with mechanics if necessary. Now, as well as the assignments, okay, now one thing I want to mention here, AFK warning. If you have been AFK for more than 7 to 8 minutes, please remember to just move around a little bit or rotate your camera. Okay, you will get auto kick at 10 minutes, and this summon takes a while. Now, resuming explanations. Now, other than the main tank parties, there's also a mechanic called Pain Flare. Now, Pain Flare is a mechanic that appears during the triangle form of Ozma, and usually one player, okay, normally it's a healer, will deal with this mechanic. Each platform must have one person dealing with it. By default, we assign the sub-tank parties, ST parties, to deal with Pain Flare. But occasionally, you will see main tank parties with experienced healers handle it as well. So Miku's party 125 South, which is my party by the way, MT Pain Flare. That means my party is main tanking as well as handling Pain Flare. Now in runs with less than 6 parties, some of the platforms will only have one party, so that party will have to handle the Pain Flare. Okay, if you are curious to find out what is Pain Flare and all these, you can ask in the Discord once we are done with the run. Okay, I will not explain specific individual mechanics in this learning run. Okay, we usually rely on the veterans to handle these mechanics. Okay, but once we are done with the run, if you wish to find out more, please ask in the Discord, and we are more than happy to explain to you for future runs. Or if you wish to just learn more about BA, you can just ask in the Discord later on. Okay, now, Ozma's actual mechanics. There are 3 important mechanics that everyone needs to know. Number 1 is Meteors. Okay, Meteors is the most important mechanic in this fight. It appears during the spiked ball and triangle form of Ozma. Okay, Ozma starts as a sphere shape and he changes shapes every so often. Okay, every interval, it will change into a different shape. If it's a spiked ball or a triangle, there will be Meteors. Now, Meteors will target 2 random players per platform with a massively huge AoE marker. You cannot miss it. Once it appears, it covers nearly the entire screen. Those 2 players must stop and identify. Okay, everyone must stop and try to identify if they are the meteor marked player. If you are the meteor marked player, you must handle the meteor. Failure to do so has a chance to wipe the entire platform. Hence, BA PvP. 1 or 2 players messing up a mechanic can kill everyone else on that platform, which usually snowballs into a red wipe. Hence, you need to focus on the mechanic when it appears. Please. And this is also the reason why I cannot guarantee clears, by the way. Even if all of us do everything right, 1 or 2 players messing it up right can just kill everyone else. So it's a bit punishing. Okay, I'll be very honest. It's a bit tough, but we will try our best. Okay, we'll try our best to focus up, listen to callouts, and try to adjust when necessary. Okay, now, to resolve Meteors, the 2 Meteor Mark players must go 1 to the rear right corner of the platform, 1 to the left in the clockwise position. Okay, facing Ozma to the left in the clockwise position on the ring-shaped platform. There's a small little button there. 1 of the meteors go there, 1 of the meteors go to the back or go to the rear. Now later on, when we start or when we jump down, all parties will place waymarks for your party on your platform to show you where the meteors will be placed. You just need to, if you have 1 of the meteor, you just need to go to 1 of these waymarks and place it there. The other meteor mark player must adjust to go to the other waymark. You cannot stack meteors. If they are stacked, they instantly explode, killing everyone on the platform. So please try to adjust. Now the problem is we don't know who gets the meteors. It can be any 2 players, 2 tanks, 2 healers, even 2 DPS, anyone. So try your best to adjust. When meteors go out, stop DPS, work on the meteors first. Okay, meteors, as I always say, wipes like 99.99% of failed BA runs. Anytime a BA run is failed, usually it's meteor problem. Please handle meteors. Okay, now that's the first mechanic. Mechanic number 2 is acceleration bombs. Acceleration bombs appear during the triangle form of Ozma, and a random number of players will be marked with an acceleration bomb debuff that counts down. As it counts down to 5 seconds or less, there will be a visible dice icon above your head. The dice icon is similar to the acceleration bomb mechanics you see in other fights in FF14, like Susano OEX, Ultimecia in the Auburn Monastery, okay, the Ridorana Auburn Monastery raids. There's that dice icon, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Del Riada also have it, by the way. So it counts down. When it reaches 1 or less, it sort of snapshots. And what you need to do to resolve it is you need to stop moving, stop casting spells or skills, and if you are ranged DPS or even melee, by the way, you need to stop auto attacking as well. Basically, you need to take no action. Okay, as Nathan mentioned, just sheath your weapon or deselect the boss to avoid auto attacking. Okay, you need to make sure you're not doing anything, and if you're not doing anything, the Excel bomb just fizzles. It just drops off. Nothing happens. You have resolved Excel bombs. However, if you move, cast, or auto attack, the Excel bomb will detonate, shaving away 90% of your health and everyone around you health. So you messing up the Excel bomb drops everyone down to 10% HP. Usually after Excel bomb, a meteor will land, killing everybody who's at 10% health. Please, please, please handle Excel bombs. Okay, try your best lah. Okay, try your best. Accidents do happen. If it does happen, don't panic. Okay, healers, if you see Excel, everyone drops health to 10%, quickly spam that cure tree, heal up everyone to full health as fast as you can, because the meteor or stack marker will usually drop down a couple of seconds later. If they are not topped up, everyone dies. Okay, so Excel bombs is the second most important mechanic. Try to pay attention to Excel bombs. You need to stop moving. Now the problem with Excel bomb is I can't call it because it's random timer. Okay, random number of seconds. So you just have to pay attention to yourself. If you have it, stop moving. If you are not sure you have it, stop moving also. Okay, my pro tip, if you are not sure you have Excel bomb, but you see the dice appear above your head, 3, 2, and you don't know it's you, just don't move, don't do anything, just let it fizzle off. Okay, fingers crossed, butt clench moment. If it's you, you have resolved it. If it's not you, hopefully that person who has it resolves it. Okay, if everyone drops health suddenly, then you know that it has exploded. Okay, but we'll try to resolve it. Yep. Okay, so this is Excel bomb, second most important mechanic. Now, other than that, the third important mechanic is called black hole. Okay, I'll try to speed up a bit. Now for black hole, every time Ozma changes into a sphere form, he does black hole. What happens is that if you notice in the arena, there are 6 buttons, 1 on every platform and 1 in the clockwise direction to the left. Okay, once again, to the left, always to the left. Okay, for this fight, we always go to the left, never to the right. Especially for meteors. Okay, but for black hole as well, to the left. There are 2 buttons, 1 on the platform, 1 on the left, east, west, and south, 2 buttons each, 6 buttons in total. All 6 buttons must have at least 1 person standing on that button, or we all wipe. You yourself must be on any one button, or else you will wipe. So when black hole is being called, okay, black hole, go to a button, everyone must be on the button, just run to a button. Now, for the purposes of making sure that someone got the button on the left, okay, most people tend to go to the nearest button which is on the platform, but someone needs to run to the left. We tend to assign range and caster DPS to go to the left because they don't lose uptime as they are running over. Okay, so if you are range or caster, you can try to go over to the left. Okay, but if you are new and you hesitated and you're not sure if you're supposed to go, just go to the nearest button. Make sure you're on a button. Okay, I've seen people stand on the button, hesitate, think, realize, oh, I should have gone to the left, and they start running like 3 seconds later. It's too late. Okay, just go to the nearest button, any button. You must be on the button. If not, you get sucked out of PA. Okay, black hole will siphon you or flush you out of the arena. You end up in Hydados. Your run is essentially over. Okay, so please try to handle black hole whenever possible. Okay, now during this fight, try to stay focused during the fight. Now do note, if you are dead on the button, you cannot resolve the black hole. You will automatically get sucked out. So your goal is to try to stay alive for as long as you can in this fight. Every 2 minutes, Ozma does black hole. Every 2 minutes, Ozma will suck players out. So try to stay alive for as long as you can. Now if you do happen to die, don't lose focus. Sometimes healers will combat sacrifice you. They'll raise you mid-fight. Stay focused and handle, run to a button as soon as you can. Okay, especially during black hole. Okay, now last few things before we really check and get going. There'll be 2 knockbacks in this fight. Shooting star is a pushback from the center of each platform, pushing you to either the front, pushing you away from the center of the button on the platform. I will call out, get knocked to the front, get knocked to the front, or get knocked to the back, get knocked to the back. Just position yourself to be pushed away from the button, either to the front or to the back. Okay, to the side is a bit risky because you might fall off the platform. Okay, and number 2 is holy. During the square form, there's a small little pushback coming out from the center of Ozma, pushing you away from the center. It will push you to the outer edges. When I say go to the rear or go to the left or get off the platform, but stay closer to the front, what I really mean is you need to go to the back of the platform, but stay away from the rear of the edge of the platform, because if you get hit by that holy pushback, you will be punted off the rear of the platform. Stay slightly closer to the front at all times. Can never be at the very edge of the rear of the platform to avoid being pushed off by the holy knockback. Okay, so this is it for all the Ozma mechanics. The rest of the mechanics I will do callouts in this fight. Okay, hopefully you have watched a guide or the video, but otherwise try to listen to the callouts and try our best to do the mechanics. Now we'll do ready checks at this point of time. Do one ready check to make sure that everyone is here before we start to jump down. Okay, if there's anyone who is not ready, please sound off. Okay, if not, then we will carefully jump down, being very careful not to target Ozma. If someone early pulls Ozma, it gets really messy very quickly. Okay, you will straight away attack 3 players and 3 players will die instantly. Every few seconds, 3 more players will die. So carefully walk to your platform. Do not fall off the platform. You will die if you fall off at the start here. So carefully go over to your platform and be in position. We will shout a pull time or start time soon. Okay? Now, last few things to check. Megia board check. Ozma is thunder expected and he doesn't change elements at all in this fight. You can be on the same element for the entirety of this fight. So Earth for DPS, tanks on defensive and healers on defensive should be on thunder. Use food if you don't have it or if it's dropped off. Pop some food, you'll refresh. 10 minutes, 30 seconds long fight. Okay, and if the music is making you nervous, okay, BBD's pro tip number 67. Okay, the first timer music making you nervous, /BGM space 0 to turn off the music entirely. I'm aware that it sort of makes you anxious for a first timer. You can turn off the background music. Okay, now, other than that, we will begin. Okay, running a bit short of time, so I'm just going to call on ET. ET 0950 lah. Okay, I'm assuming that we'll have enough time for bravery and shenanigans. Okay, so 0950, 30 ETs from now, we will start. Now, main tank stands on, all other tanks stands off. Main tanks Mega on defensive, everyone else should be on the correct. Everyone else should be on the correct element. Okay, correct Mega. LB2 0948, LB1 0949. Range, caster, or melee LB. Now for Ozma doesn't face aggro, so you can walk up to him or it, but BBD's pro tip number 69. Do not touch the ball. Don't touch Ozma's hitbox. If you touch it, it will aggro onto you instantly. So if you are scared of using melee LB, just let the range or casters do it. It doesn't really make much of a difference. Okay, other than that, the rest of it is just listen to callouts. Try your best. Okay, if you die and your spirit procs, remember use another spirit to keep yourself alive, keep yourself with a spirit on at all times. If you fall off the platform, do note that your respawn on the south platform. Okay, so if you fall off, kindly go back to your platform whenever you can. Yes, I'm aware that I'm sort of cutting out. I'll try to put the mic nearer, but if I do cut out later, just hop in. Okay, if you can't hear me at all, just hop in. Okay?
Yep.
Ready to start. LB2, LB1. Okay, and main tanks will establish. Okay, now Ozma opens up with a heavy hitting tank buster like auto attacks on all the 3 main tanks. Keep the main tanks alive. What happened? What's that?
That was, yeah.
Oh my god.
Why did someone die?
That was, no, that was, I pressed the wrong
Back of the
button.
platform.
Okay.
Go to the back of the platform.
Yeah, back of the platform. Yeah, it took a bit long to answer. I had to do callouts already, sorry. Now, staying stacked, go forwards together as a group. The spike ball form does a split damage auto attack that must be shared with the party. Okay, if you take it by yourself, you will die. Now, there's going to be a knockback from the center soon. You can position yourself to be knocked to the front. Okay, position yourself to be knocked to the front. Okay, try not to stand on the center of the button because then you'll be sent in a random direction. Okay, and continue to stay stacked.
Sorry, I had to interject over you guys.
Yeah, because he talked a bit longer, then need to start doing callouts already. but it's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, now black hole 1 soon. Go to a button. All 6 buttons must be accounted for. Now once the animation has gone off, you can step off the button. Okay, once you see this swirly animation, you can come back to the party for shields and heals. Shades at the rear. Get off the platform, get off the platform. Main tanks get off last. Okay, try to get off on the left side next time, but it's fine for now. Main tanks go in first. Okay, now, once again, main tanks will be taking heavy hitting auto attacks. There will be shades again, combined with the Osma mechanic as well. So get ready for double movements. Go to the rear, main Osma, get off the platform afterwards, get off the platform now. Triangle form, Excel bombs and meteors, get ready, bait pain. Okay, get ready for incoming meteors. Okay, Excel bombs stop moving, meteors go, nice. Okay, once you have placed your meteor, come back to the party for shields and heals. Burn ads, continue
Pick
to
up the
pick
ads.
pain. Shades at the rear. Go to the rear. Can Excel bomb stop moving at the rear?
Excel bomb stop.
Continue to bait pain. Okay, just stack with everyone for the stack marker. Okay, the pain baiter can just stay behind, it's okay. Okay, and black hole 2 soon. Okay, black hole number 2, everyone to a button. All 6 buttons must be accounted for. Okay, once the animation has gone off, you can step off the button. Shades at the rear. Get off the platform, main tanks get off last. Go to the rear afterwards, go to the rear now. Meteors incoming, spike ball form, staying stacked, move forwards together as a group. Get ready for meteors. Meteors go. Place your meteors and come back to your party for shields and heals.
Tangle B West.
Okay, knockback incoming. Get knocked to the front. Then burn ads. Okay, try to recover if you can. Thank you. Okay, looks good. Okay, continue to stay stacked. Shades at the rear. Get knocked to the rear. Wait for the donut. Okay, and then go back together as a group. Black hole 3 soon.
Oh, I did it too early. Fuck. Monkey ass.
Okay, all players to a button. Everyone must be on a button. All 6 buttons must be accounted for.
At the button,
Goodbye.
right?
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye, no.
I fucked that up.
It's okay, your
I
timing was
sexed
off.
early.
Yeah, it's okay lah, never
Yeah.
mind.
That's okay.
Learn for next time. Shades at the rear.
I'm still trying to practice it.
No worries. Get off the platform. Main tanks get off last. Then go to the front afterwards. Go to the front now. Okay, to the front. Main tanks bait lasers away from the party and pop ops. Everyone else stay close to the front left and stay stacked. Okay, don't hit the main tank with the stack marker, it will kill them. Small incoming knockback. Can continue to bait line AoEs away from the party. Home stretch. Okay, this is the best time to DPS, just burn. There will be shades soon. but I think we are good. Very nice.
Get me.
Alright, nice job.
Nice.
First thing first, for those who have just cleared watching the cutscene, after the cutscene is done,
Never mind.
you need to jump off
Jump off the
the
platform.
platform into the what we call the toilet bowl. Don't worry about it, it's okay. First timers, learning run is when you're supposed to make the mistakes lah. I mean, ideally you don't, but you know, if it does happen, it's fine. Okay, now congrats on those who have cleared. Few things to mention before we wrap up. Now at the south platform, okay, now first again, once you cleared, you need to yeet yourself into the hole because it is tradition for first time clearers to jump down for good luck for future clears. Okay, and you can see that it's not actually kidding us lah. A lot of people are jumping in. Okay, but at the south platform there will be a treasure coffer. Remember to grab it. This will give you one cloth and seal. Okay, for those who want to take screenshots, feel free to do so at the southern platform. We'll be facing away from the exit. You can take a screenshot here. Okay, for
Organizer can't take screenshot match.
I know, right? Skill issue. Skill. No lah. It was
Wow,
over
I
this
sacked
sacrifice.
someone.
No.
Shake my head.
At least you tried. We
I
honor your
attempted.
sacrifice.
It was still a skill
Thank
issue.
you
I
for
did
the
it
sack,
totally.
Tomato. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm
unfortunately,
stupid.
the person who was sacked did not pay attention, and they're also outside.
Eh.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but they did.
Okay, you tried.
You said Nixie, right?
Yeah.
I was like, no one's
they're
gonna sack me.
outside.
I was stupid, and I got sacked. I'm like, I was typing as well, so I just have my chat's like full of E.
But it's okay lah. I mean, to be fair, it's not first time players lah, so it doesn't matter.
Look,
Yeah.
let's put it this way: I don't need any more loot.
Yeah, it's okay lah. They are just veterans
I
doing
owe you a
veteran
sack,
things.
Tomato. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I will learn
Mata.
combat sack for
Okay,
you.
What?
Now you know how I feel.
Okay. I'm gonna just wrap up real quick, so those who wanna go off can go off. Okay, now, grab the treasure coffer first. Now, first things first. Your ball mount is in your achievements menu. So once you're done, you leave the instance. But don't leave yet. Okay. Once you leave the instance, you actually claim your Osma mount from the achievements menu outside of Hydatos. For first time clearers, you will also need to conclude your quest line by taking the exit here. Okay, so don't return or don't leave the zone. You need to use the exit here to get to the NPC on the other side. There'll be a continuation of the quest to finish up the quest or the storyline. Okay, for first time clearers now. So remember to take the exit later on. Now, the treasure coffer that you have opened would have given you one Damascene cloth and one cryptic seal. Now these two things can actually be sold on the market board, and it's what you used to buy the or acquire the body piece, okay, which is the beast, okay, the Vermilion cloak or the Kirin Osode, which you should have gotten for doing Eureka and as well as BA content. Now this cloth and seal, now that you have gotten one each, or one of each, okay, the final coffer here is guaranteed one each, by the way. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to find a friend, tell them that, oh look friend, I've cleared BA, I've gotten this cloth and seal, I'll sell you these, you know, for slightly less than market board price, and you can come join me for BA runs. You know, you can join like Shark runs or the CA BA Addicts runs, and then hopefully they can come get their clears as well. And then they're supposed to sell the piece that they get right from future runs to their friends, and then this way we can all get rich. Okay, so this is the BA pyramid scheme lah. Okay, but don't tell everyone. Okay, so no lah, it's not for you to just use for other gearing up other classes or other roles. Or if you want, you can, you know, sell to your friends or ask your friends to come do BA. Okay, we will tend to, okay, as I mentioned earlier on, we will run these. I will run these once, probably every month, okay, depending on demand, okay, as well as on whether there's patches or not lah. Okay, and then for those who didn't clear, or you know, you have friends who want to join BA runs, but they're not going to wait one whole month for it. Okay, the BA Addicts, okay, the Materia BA Addicts will host pug runs. Okay, pug runs, no sign-ups involved. You just come for the runs at the stipulated time. Be prepared. You know, make sure you have your logos, actions, your gear, etc., etc. Find a party. Once you're in Hydatos, kill Ovni, grab a bottle, come in, and then just do whatever we've just did today here. Okay, just so you all know, today's run is simulating an actual pug run. Okay, an actual Materia run that happens every so often. So whatever you see in today's run, you will also see in the pug runs. So there's nothing extra that you need to learn for those runs. Just hop in, try your best. You know, gun for more clears would be great. No clears, if you don't clear, don't get too salty about it as well. Okay, the Materia BA Addicts will host runs quite regularly, at least once a week, or maybe even twice sometimes. Just keep an eye out in the Discord. they will ping the Eureka Met ping lah. Okay, then you can just grab that ping, roll so that you can be notified of BA runs in future. Okay, and lastly, if there's any questions, once again, just ask them in the Eureka. Okay, no, don't ask in the Eureka lounge. The lounge is full of degens and trash.
Trolls.
Yeah, and trolls. Just ask in the Eureka questions channel. Okay, people actually ask questions there, and then people responsibly answer questions there as well. So ask in the Eureka questions channel.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but Nia has been doing a good job with answering a lot of the questions. So
Yeah, but Nia's actually responsible.
exactly, I rely, like, I trust Nia to answer most of the Eureka BA questions. So if you want to ask questions like, no, I want to be a healer, how many sacrifice plates do I need to bring? No, should I bring bravery? Should I bring refresh? Do I need to, if you want to be a tank, what's
The
in
answer is
dom?
don't bring any sacrifice
Yeah.
if you don't want to do it.
And then the underground question is like, how do I Dell? Okay, but don't ask this openly, because all the Dell addicts will like,
They'll be like, how do I Dell? How do I indom?
you will never
How do I
not-
irregular?
Yeah, you will never go back once you have tasted that sweet nectar of the high damage numbers. So just
I don't know.
yeah.
I did Dell and I got really bored and I changed back.
That's
to
the
Dell.
Pandora's box of BA.
Yeah, Dell is a high DPS action, but there's drawbacks. So we generally don't advise new players to use it, because it's double edged. Okay, it's literally called double edged L. So it's a double edged sword. We don't encourage new players to use it. Come back for more runs first, get some more clears under your belt, then you can try it out in future runs. Okay, so just ask questions on the Discord. Other than that, thanks so much for all of you who came along. Okay, congrats on those who have cleared. Thanks so much for organizer Tatamo, as well as all the BA veterans. Okay, the addicts as well. Okay, a lot of the vets, they are here to support our runs. They don't actually need more clears. So they die, they don't die, we throw them, doesn't matter. They're just here for fun. Okay, but they help to support these runs, so a lot of thanks and appreciation goes out to them. Okay, as well as all the healers who volunteered sacrifice plates as well. Okay, once again, sacrifice plates are quite expensive. Please appreciate the healers who use sacrifice on you. Never actually demand sacrifice from players. It's kind of rude. Okay, but do understand that it costs quite a bit. They're using it freely on dead players, so thanks so much for healers as well. Okay, and other than that, thanks everyone for coming along. Hope you guys enjoyed this learning run, practice runs. Look out for more in future. Join the BA Addicts on Materia whenever they host runs. Again, hopefully I'll see you guys around for future BA runs. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you all in the next BA run. See ya, guys.
Ooh-ah!
No. No.
You, I'm the organizer. You have to suffer this.
What?
Why did I come here? Why are we
Because you
here?
love Ua.
Just to suffer.
Correct.
Okay,
You
thanks.
asked me to org. Now you're stuck here.
Thanks everyone for coming. Shark is gonna sign
Thanks
off
for hosting,
soon
Shark.
before I get what to death.
I'll come back to Elemental and yeah, if you want.
No.
Bye-bye. Support wins.
Oh yeah, thanks team for supporting. Actually, there was quite a number of you guys outside there, so but
Yeah, it was about 6 of us there.
yeah, very very helpful. Thank you very much. Okay, I think that's it for today's session. See you guys around. Take care now.